veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, oh, la 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 la. 6 a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, oh. veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, 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 la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh. 6 a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, 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 la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh. In my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, 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 la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh. 6 a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, 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 la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh. lanes, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things.
Yes, good people. Big up to all of you, and welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome to Chelsea, Newcastle United versus Chelsea Football Club match preview from Chelsea's perspective, where we take our time to look at the team's current form, what the numbers tell us, the possible outcome, who's out, who's in, and then we'll try to predict the manager's lineup, which it's become a bit easier, but it went back to being a bit difficult given the player rotations. Kukurea started midweek and now starting in the Premier League and all that. But it will be fun. That's one thing I can promise you. So if you're just joining us, if you haven't, please take a second, drop a like on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And apologies again for the helter skelter, you could call it that. Sort of a schedule. It's because I'm moving, and I'm not moving. I'm moving out of state. I am my family, and it's going to be very difficult. The process will continue until you can say, let's say, early January. But I'm handling it so well, and as you already know, we're still building the team for this particular channel. But more importantly, thank you to all of you. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. My bro is already in the house in Tobago. I'll get to him in a bit. And my father is saying, I hope we win. I hope we win too. And you just cannot script football. You know that. You followed the game long enough to know that you just cannot script a football, and it's really that simple. We have here, and the my father is saying, I'm losing patience with sporting directors. Why Foster Maresca to play a Sanchez? That's absolute nonsense, really. I like you, but I'm not gonna listen to that one. Big up to you, Namaya Fowale, and my bro Keishan, the New York guy. Coach is moving. No, I'm not moving to New York. I never liked New York. I like visiting New York, but I don't like living in New York. I lived in Jersey, Pennsylvania, now Las Vegas, and I'm going somewhere I don't want to say publicly. But I'll tell you in private. Let's see Javier. Coach, do you think we beat Newcastle and Man United? I hope Maresca embarrass Ruud van Nistelrooy. Rumors are that what's his name? Rumors are that Amorim will be in charge by the time we play them, but I'm not concerned. Yes, then my confidence in the team over time has grown, and it's continued. Has continued growing. Why? Because the manager, to me, if you ask me, I'd argue he knows what he's doing from what we're seeing, and the players are buying into his ideas. I trust the team well enough to not get concerned that the opposition will mop the stadium carpet with us. I trust them to that extent, not to the extent that I can say certainly that I expect a certain result to be the outcome of a game, and that's because I don't trust the consistency of the team yet. But we're getting there gradually. But one thing I can tell is certainly is that we will get there. And let's go! And that's Vic in the house. Vic, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular still morning for me, still 9 a.m. Las Vegas time for me. But Vic, big up to you, brother. I do hope you're doing well. What else do we have here? We have Vic saying our coach is moving to North Dakota. I'm not going there. And in all honesty, I'm moving to Texas. Let me just make it clear. Yep, I'm moving to Texas. No need to hide it, but I haven't said the specific address. But that's by the way. It's not gonna be easy. A lot moving the vehicles, new school for my boys. Three of them. Now one not school age yet. One is still a baby. The other two, we need to find new schools for them and everything. My teaching job isn't a problem because I can, teach remotely, except if I want a job where I go in, and I don't want that sort of job in my life again. But that's by the way, we have Tabeho in the house. Tabeho, big up to you, brother. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join me on the panel. Are you looking forward to this particular game? Let's hear you.
Yeah, big up, coach. How are you?
Tabeho, are you there? It
Yeah,
looks like it's not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Are you looking forward to this game?
yeah. I'm looking forward for this game, especially when we play a game. I'm looking forward for every game that we play. So, like you said, it seems like Enzo Maresca knows what he's doing, and we are grateful for that. Finally, we have
That
a
builds
coach that.
trust.
Say again.
That builds trust.
Yeah, that's a huge trust. So I'm happy about it. And now we have someone who knows what he's doing, and hopefully he has a plan for Newcastle just the way he did the last time on Sunday, because we played differently, and then they were nowhere to be found, marking Cole Palmer. But in terms of defensively, I think we should do better than what that we did on Sunday. Also, I just want Philip Jorgensen to make world class saves today. I don't care how world class saves, and then so that Sanchez can be dropped. I'm tired of Sanchez.
I don't even want the opposition to get a chance. You could say at scoring a goal, let alone Jorgensen making a world class save. If you get my opinion, because if he has to make a world class save to save the situation for us, it simply means that Newcastle will have a chance to have a goal. I don't want them to score against us. Honestly, I want us to keep a clean sheet for once. I think for 6 games we haven't kept a clean sheet. Yeah. I mean, but the better insight there is that Chelsea have won the previous 3 matches against Newcastle United. But the fact that we haven't kept a clean sheet, I think that's a concern for me. And the fact that we beat them in the Premier League, I think they're becoming with you can say uh, with the intent to get a win over us and beat us. But I think they've been, you can say, luck isn't on their side. They're missing lots of important players: Anthony Gordon, Callum Wilson, Jamal Kieran Trippier, their captain, Martin Dubravka, Matt Target, and Sven Botman. But at least Trippier, Callum Wilson, Anthony Gordon, those are very fine players that they're missing. For us, as you've heard from the manager, everybody is fit and ready to go. But I don't know if you agree with me. I don't want it to get to the extent of us needing Philip Jorgensen to make to make a world class save. If you get my point, I don't know if you agree with me.
I'm saying in terms if, for example,
You're
Newcastle,
mute. You're mute. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I'm saying in terms of maybe Newcastle have one or two chances, and Philip Jorgensen just show his talent rather than keeping Sanchez. Man, Sanchez against Newcastle, we are so lucky that we won that game because he
And it
made
was
so
more than one
many.
mistake, right?
Yes, maybe 20 times, 10 times, or 10 times or more. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous every time he was with the ball. I was so nervous that he will cost us a goal. You remember the Levi Colwell free kick outside the box was
Mhm.
due to Sanchez's mistake, and we nearly considered the penalty. So this guy, he needs to work. He needs to work on his on his passing range because he was awful against Newcastle.
Yeah, indeed. In all honesty, he was awful against Newcastle United. We were lucky. But here's the thing. I think goalkeepers, managers don't easily change goalkeepers. I think I am like Constantin Dante. I have strong belief that eventually that Philip Jorgensen will become the number one. But it would take a lot. It would take either Sanchez getting injured because it looks like Enzo Maresca likes him. And there's something I did mention, which what's his name? Which Dante argue that wasn't the case. I did argue that probably you could say Jorgensen hasn't learned to be the sort of goalkeeper that Enzo Maresca wants. Watch how Sanchez plays whenever he's in goal. In most cases, you see him literally as a centre back, leaving his line to create or make it easier for the defenders on the ball. And we haven't seen that. We haven't seen Jorgensen do that. And Dante was arguing that probably the manager wants him to play the way he's playing. That was why we haven't seen him, you can say, leave his line to come up, be centre back, to come operate, apply himself as a centre back in most cases, just to make it easier for his defenders to release the ball. Maybe I still think the case is just simple. Jorgensen hasn't learned to play him that way. And until he does, I think Sanchez will become the number one. I don't know if you have anything to add to that, or should we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, I think we should move on, coach.
All right, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We have just 16 people watching, and they're all on YouTube. I'm not sure why I didn't connect the show to X, but I'll try to do that again. But let's see who we have here. Me too. You're scared. Houston, the reason I'm not concerned is this. We have our squad. We have a very, very, very good squad overall. Whoever comes on is good enough to fulfill whatever role he's assigned to. Fulfill it as good as you say the person who is absent. Even sometimes better. Even I'd argue that our so-called B11s attacking front three that are better than actually our so-called A team attacking front three, in my opinion. But here's the thing. More importantly, we have a very good squad. Even if the manager makes 10 changes, I think we'll still be all right. In all honesty, that's how good we are. And the Prince is here. The Prince is saying, big up family. It's been a while. I'm very happy to be here today. Nice to see you again, once again, brother. I do hope you're fine. Hopefully your absence simply means that you've been busy. That we all understand. Bills don't pay themselves. Kachila, I hail you too, brother. Watching Chelsea this season, I find joy. And I couldn't believe life could be so good like this again. Wow. And we don't see so much from the positive, from the negative gang on X. I will come back to this particular comment because I really do like it. I want to hear what Tabeho has to say about it. This says, only Dante suggests that the two goalkeepers are being trained differently. let's gossip about Dante since he's not here. And we have the Prince. Okay, saying I think that's I wish Maresca can play Viega as CDM. Okay. The last time he played there, he was so composed. I think he's an excellent player and he's capable of fulfilling multiple roles: left back, left center back, left midfield, left center midfield, and also CDM too. Viega masterclass incoming. I hope he starts, but I think he definitely starts. Big up to you too. So coming back to you, Tobeho, this particular comment here is that led to me mentioning that the negative gangs, they don't have too much to work with. They don't have a lot to work with right now. That's why you don't hear too much from them. Maybe because we're doing well. The case being the opposite, I think they'd be the talk on X would be how bad we are, how bad the owners and all that, the sporting directors, but we're not hearing so much of that these days. But your thoughts?
It's funny, right? Because we told him that this team needs a coach who knows what he's doing. Need a coach that have the courage to drop players when they're not doing well. The courage to make big decisions in the football club. You heard him from his press conference during the
Just go ahead. Give me 1 second.
preseason.
I'll be back.
Okay, so you heard him from the preseason talking about certain players doesn't like them, blah blah blah. Even mentioned players like Raheem Sterling, he's not good enough for his team. Also, likes of Ben Chilwell, who's that again? Chaloba. We wanted that as a football club to have a coach who's ready to make big decisions. Look at Manchester City. Pep Guardiola makes big decisions. Whether he like it or not, he's going to make them so that it can be suitable for him. So now we're having that kind of a manager. People are starting to like him, especially after the James comment. You see, talk about leadership and everything, and people say, "Oh, finally, we saw we are having a coach who's calling players out and stuff." Look, we told you about Enzo Maresca. He's an Italian, doesn't take nonsense, and he's here to work. So far, so good coach, and hopefully we can continue the way we are doing. Ah man, he's here. Dante's here. I can't believe it.
Yeah, we don't like him, and yeah, I can't believe it either. What is he doing here? Probably because we started gossiping about him. He had to come on, probably to challenge us. I hope Maresca don't make mistakes. I hope so too. Nice to see you, Jay. I do hope you're doing well. I will play Bashrai tonight. The Batsman. I actually like him. I thought he was just unlucky. For me, maybe there's something about him. You could say that puts off managers. Maybe lack of communication. I don't know, but he's a player I like so much. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out for him at Chelsea, but yeah, it will out history. Again, it's on record that he won as a Premier League under Antonio Conte. I now feel good, and I keep looking forward to the next Chelsea game. In last 3 seasons, this was not the case. Chelsea forever. Vic Vince, thank you for that comment. I think I agree with you. You can say a lot has changed for us, but I've always known that we will get there. It's not perfect yet. There's still a bit of a long way to go, but we're getting there. Chilwell gone in general, in my opinion. We don't need Einstein to tell us that. I have to let you know. Coach Maresca calling Sancho out already, and you said he would do. He didn't call him out. He's only praising his signing, and he wants him to do even more to maintain the sort of form he showed and do even more that he can get better. He's trying to get into his head. I don't see anything that says he's calling him out. I'm Dante, big up to you. Nice to have you on the panel. I didn't say anything about you. It was just it was just to bail, and I'm quite sure if you're listening, you know I I did not say anything. I didn't say anything, and I'm gonna keep saying it. But big up to you, Dante. Constantine Dante. Big up to you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Jokes aside, I appreciate you finding the time to be with us on the panel. Are you looking forward to this one? And what do you make of the fact that we haven't kept a clean sheet in 6 games? But you can say the fact that we've beaten them in our last three games we played against them is good. But I don't know whether you think also too many questions at the same time. Whether you think the manager he'd make up to 10 changes or maybe just a few changes here and there. But let's hear you, Dante. Again, I did not say anything about you. It was just a bill. Do we have him here or is he gone? We're not hearing you, Dante. We can't hear you. Even though
I
your
can hear
mic is
you.
not on mute. Can you say something?
I can hear him.
You can hear him? Okay, let him go ahead and speak. I'm not important. He's probably using one of his Walmart microphones. Just are you looking forward to the game and how many do you think the manager will make you say up to 10 changes or do you think it'd be a few changes here and there? Whatever you want to take it from. I know probably your Walmart level phone probably, yeah. Hmm. A lot you think. But who do you think? I think do you think Kukurea starts? I think he starts because he didn't start the last game at home. But go ahead. I don't know if you can still hear Dante. I think the connection from his end is the reason. Dante, maybe if you want to go out and come back in. Tobias, can you still hear me? And it's buffering too.
I, I can hear you.
Yeah, so Dante might want to go out and come back in. I think he has a connection issue. It's actually buffering as I'm looking at it. But it doesn't look like he can hear me. I don't know. All right, I'm going to continue catching up with what we have in the chat. Hopefully, Dante goes out and comes back in with a better connection. Dante, if you can hear me, it's just buffering. So we've addressed this one here. Newcastle fan here. Good luck for tonight. Your confidence is hilarious. A 4-1 come on the tune. I did not mention any score line. You are already Brian McLean. You're already accusing me of something. But welcome to Chelsea Perspective, and please, if you don't mind, go join our sister channel, Chelsea Perspective. There we cover all clubs, not just Chelsea Football Club. And if you want to be a panelist on our sister channel, do let me know. We really would want you to join us there. And we're looking forward to having you on board. I will go back to Dante in a bit. He's joined us back. Newcastle fan, welcome to the channel. Please check out our sister channel, Soccer Perspective. Subscribe. Jackson and Palmer will have a field day against mind you, if Amarin is in charge. And can you elaborate why you're saying that? And Siaka, South Africa, hello to you too. He says, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to see you here. No audio. That was Dante's issue at the time. We cannot hear Dante. Yep, he's back on. Probably, maybe. I hope he's fixed the issue. I think he probably has at this point. He's in the background and only coach can hear him. No, I couldn't hear him at the time. It was only Tobeho that could hear him. I see Gusto and Viega start today. Gusto will start. Viega definitely will start. I think, but there's a problem. Chances are we'd still. I think Marco Correa starts too. Maresca integrated passion, hunger, determination, and the winning mentality into our players. After condemnation from pundits, we just need to keep on improving with the coach. That's a delicious comment, by the way, and I like it. That's a very, very a good comment there. Breezy 2K Palmer start this game. I don't think so because the games are coming in thick and fast. After that game, how many in 3-4 days time we play? Is it Manchester United? So no, I think he will rotate heavily. I think. But Dante, go ahead. Hopefully, you fixed your connection is fixed right now.
Yeah, can you hear me now, Coach?
Yeah, crystal clear, bro. It
Okay.
was Tobeho was telling people that you use Walmart level internet connection.
No, it was your system. Your expensive system again fails, Coach. It wasn't my connection. I had full
Right,
service.
bro.
McDonald's is open 24 hours. It works all the time. Yeah, of course. Newcastle's going to make changes as well, obviously. So a short turnaround for both teams. So they will make a lot of changes as well. And I think we will make a lot of changes. I don't think real need. Maybe like if it's a semi-final or something, they might, or quarter-final the next. They really need to, because Newcastle will make a lot of changes as well. Look to them. They might take it a little bit more up, but they can't again, and then 3 days later again. So yeah, they'll have to rotate heavily as well. So yeah, we'll wait and see how that goes. But yeah, I'm still pretty our so-called B team. I'm confident we can get a result.
The so-called B team, actually, if they play together, you can say they're capable of winning the Premier League. Actually, in all honesty, they're that good.
Good to see match A B to see a proper game. Interesting.
And let me ask you, which of the attacks do you prefer? The so-called B team front three or the A team front three? I prefer the B team front three, in my opinion. I get it, Kopama isn't there, but wow, Nkunku. But right now, it's difficult to say which is the B team starting front three or the A team starting front three, because the manager, I think he switched things a bit, and it looks like Pedro Neto will come into the A team starting front three. But let's say
that's what I was going to say. Yeah, I think Neto's worked his way into the first team, the A team, if you want to call it, after his performance. And it was coming. I knew it was slowly coming. He was building, got better and better. Came on at sub the last few times and did amazingly well. And then got his start and again did very, very well. So in my opinion, I think he's nailed that position. So hopefully, yeah, he starts starting from now on. So it's up to him to lose it, and that goes to all the players. It's up to
I
their
don't think
position
he's
to
going to
lose it.
lose it. You know
And
why?
then
More
No, it's
importantly, his selflessness is amazing. Always looking to find
yeah,
a
and that's what I
teammate.
told you. He's a creative winger, and that's what we need. We need a creative winger to balance it out a little bit. So yeah, I don't think I think it's his spot, but I'm just saying him and all other players, no spot is guaranteed. We still got a great B team, so it's everyone's spot to win, but it's also everyone's spot to lose as well. So it's a good situation we're in.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Yeah, we get to the lineup, and Makim Newm is in the house. Big up Kachula, big up the chat, and Makim Newm, if you want to join the panel, I know you've been again wanting to do that, and if you just send me a message on X, I will ask you, I will add you to the panelist group so that whenever you have time, you join us. Tabeho, which of the front three do you prefer, the so-called B team front three or the A team front three? Before we get into the lineup building exercise proper, and then take questions from those in the chat.
no, I prefer the A team front, to be honest. And just to add to what you guys were saying, I think the reason why we even played NATO against Newcastle is just the preparation for Manchester United match also, because Sancho won't be available for that game, right? Because Manchester United is still his parent club, so we need to get NATO ready, firing for that game. Hopefully, we won't play tonight. Play Sancho and Misha. Oh, sorry, still waiting for the lineup. Don't give people too much information.
The lineup isn't out yet, but go ahead, speak. Go ahead. You have every right to state you can say your mind, what you want, what you want to see. I mean, the lineup build, predicted lineup building exercise is. I mean, it's independent of the conversation right now, in my opinion. But go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I was just saying, like for tonight, I think you should play Misha and Sancho in both flanks. Then Neto, hopefully Neto won't even play in this game. I don't want to use Neto this game. I just want him to rest for the Manchester United game, because against Newcastle, oh my gosh, this guy was so good. Not going forward, but defensively, did you see him? Always running back, defending. Oh my god, this kid
Yep.
is so special. And I'm glad Enzo Maresca is just managing his game time for him not to get injuries, because we know injuries are the major issues with him. But in terms of as a player, he's a fantastic football player.
Yeah, he's an excellent player, and I'm happy we signed him. I was a bit concerned, and I'm still concerned whether he'd be able to do well when the opposition defend deep. But we'll find out. And what's his name? Nacho. The name he's known for here? Rashi. He's in the chat now.
Rashi
He's gonna be
Nachalino.
yeah, Natalino. He's going to be saying, but Rashi is the name he's known for. He's going to be saying a lot of nonsense now until we mop their stadium floor with them. He's not going to learn. Chelsea fans, big up to you too. Nice to see you, Brad. Hope you're doing well. Always nice to see you here. Big up, AB. Nice to see you. Sunday. It's okay. Let's see. It's yours. Thank you for letting us know. We'll be there. Mudryk, Nkunku, Felix, and Sancho in attack. Yeah, I think Mudryk starts, Nkunku starts, Felix starts, and I think Sanchez starts because he didn't play last two games actually. Let's see what else we have here. Ten Hag, please stay on that. Congratulations to you. Finally, he's gone, but you guys should have kept him. It's not easy to you say when you make so many changes, as many changes as Manchester United made. It was a mistake letting him go, in my opinion. Big up, big up. Old Trafford is going to be rocking Sunday. Fans are happy, yeah. And there will be again loud. The owners finally did what they've always wanted, letting what they've always yearned for, if you like. They've let go. What's his name? Um, they've let go Eric I don't want to. I'm not into name calling Eric Ten Hag. And by the way, there's a target. If we meet that target, I will sing in my dialect language, if you prefer. Then you get to know whether I have a good voice or whether I suck at singing. But yeah, you can see if you look at the very top in the chat window, you will see the target there. If we meet it, then I'll sing in my dialect. Igbo language to be precise. Toxic and depression is over. I agree with you. Again, in all honesty, but I would have loved you guys to keep them for reasons you know. Yeah, because I want you to continue doing badly. Rain, nice to see you, Rain. What else do we have here? Before Tobeho, any updates before we get into the lineup building exercise?
Nah, no update yet. And just to comment to Rashi, this guy, it says Chelsea's funeral on Sunday. Oh my gosh!
He's inviting us to their funeral. That's how I see it.
And funny thing about them, it seems like getting Amorim won't be easy because Sporting are trying to hold on him until the 30 days notice period. So let's see what will happen. I don't think we'll be available on Sunday because seems like it won't be easy. But let's wait and see. Even it comes tomorrow on Friday or Friday or Saturday, it doesn't have a long time to implement his system or game plan. I think we still have a chance to beat them.
Honestly, I think he will eventually join Man United. It's happening, and Fabrizio reports that they're still in the two clubs are in contact. I think he's going to go there. I think the reason he
Yeah,
didn't leave Sporting at the time when the rumors wherever was everywhere that Chelsea he was going to join. I think that was serious, but probably we decided to move on from him. And had we been serious, he'd be our manager right now. It will happen. But go ahead. Were you saying something,
yeah,
Tabea?
it will happen, but again, it might not happen this weekend or maybe next week because they're still waiting for to get a new coach first. So, Sporting Lisbon are a tough team, especially a team from Portugal. They're not easy to negotiate. So let's see what will
But
happen.
to be
That's
more
why
specific, what's that guy at Sporting that we nego? Wasn't Sporting, it was Benfica. Sorry, I'm
Benfica,
mixing things up. It was Benfica, yeah.
Benfica.
But not against, no, yeah. So they're not dealing with him, so they're probably lucky.
Yeah, but I think the reason why also they're holding on him is because they need to announce a new coach. It's still at the middle of the season, so it's not easy for them. So let's see what will happen.
So you're not arguing that it's not going to happen. You're arguing that it's not going to happen right now, but later.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. I think it makes sense now. Nacho is saying, have you seen the record? 11-year, you haven't beaten us at Old Trafford, and the records are meant to be broken. No record lasts forever, and chances are it'll be broken on Sunday because Maresca is a different animal. Just hold that. Let's see what else we have here. Rude will still be in charge on Sunday. Sporting is asking for more money to let Amorim backroom staff. Leave. Okay, it makes sense. I think he will still join them. It's a done deal. Yep, you could say that. EPL Tough is saying once you buy players, three at the back, it takes a long time to go back to back four setup. We failed miserably once Chile and James got injured. I'm glad we're past that era right now. We're very flexible. We break now. Yep, we can break it. Records are meant to be broken, and I believe Chelsea are capable of breaking that record. Dante, we're going to start with your lineup before we go to Tobeho. For every player you mentioned, I may have a question or two. For every player you select. Let's see your starting 11. And once we're done with the lineup prediction exercise, we're trying to breeze through the exercise as quickly as we can so that we're not still on it and the official lineup comes out. We made that mistake the last time we did the pregame show. But Dante, let's hear you. Ooh, I left the coffee I made downstairs, but no problem. I'll be all right.
Yeah, coach. Like I said earlier, probably it would be Jorgensen in goal.
Okay, yeah, there's no question. I'm not going to even ask any question about
Don't
that.
ask questions, please. Yeah.
Uh, I think it's going to be Jorgensen. I agree. Yeah. But I can't believe this guy is still 22. I forget easily. But go ahead.
Yeah, Cucurella left back.
Okay. I'm going to ask you this question. That's how many games, if Kukure starts in the left back position, that'd be how many games that Viega hasn't played. So don't you think maybe I don't know because we have since what's his name Gusto can also play on the left hand side. We have numbers now. Let's just go with the term fullback and
Yep.
not be specific in terms of left back, right back, because we've seen how the manager switch them around. So that'd be 3 games in a row that Viega has a start. So you're definite, you're sure
And
that
James, we saw
Kukurea starts
James
in the
left
left
back,
back
didn't we, as
position.
well, for the first time? So
Sorry?
we saw James as well left back for the first
Yeah,
time.
exactly. So so it's not easy actually to select a back four right now.
No, but
I get it. The application is different, but we use
Yep.
this as the starting structure. So you sure Kukurea starts over Viega?
Well, he hasn't played, coach, so he he should be getting time unless there was a niggle or something. But he said it's tactical, so I think he was just rested. Maybe they just sometimes they don't have a problem, they don't let it out. So it could have been anything. So it doesn't matter. But I think he will start. I think
So
you
you
need
think
that.
it's going to be
We need the
Kukurea?
speed on. We need him for his speed. So I think he'll definitely start that left back today.
All right. 1 second before we continue. And Nemai is saying there are players at Manchester United that are Cuckoo will lock up Garnacho and hopefully will lock up Rashford. Houston, the biggest problem factor we're facing that day is a new manager bounce. Vega has played a sub in many games, but I'm talking about starting. Yeah. He was arrested as he played 90 minutes in the Conference League. Okay. But go ahead, Dante. What position next?
Buddy Shield.
Left centre back. I think I agree with that one. I don't have questions. And I think he's you could say he's regained his confidence, in my opinion. Would you
Look,
say the
it's
same?
one game. I'm not going to jump ahead. One really good game
Not
he
just
had.
one game, man. I think, but go ahead. It's your
It
opinion.
was
I
one
think he's
game basically, because
yeah.
if he didn't play the full, so the other one, so one and a little bit, coach. So I'm not. Look, he looked good. He did well. This is his chance to keep going. He has to be consistent and keep it going, and that's what you want to see from him. So I don't see him getting that spot from Colwell yet. But if he keeps going and does that, what he did against Liverpool,
Mhm.
and start at Newcastle, then yeah, he will do well. He'll be fine. But yeah, I still think he's still got a way to go. It's too early for. We know he's got the quality there because we saw it a couple of years ago when he did have an amazing, season. But
When the
since
fans
then,
were asking why we didn't include him in our Champions League squad, it was under
yeah,
your former your your ex.
of course,
Go
our
ahead.
ex, of course, that's why he
Our ex.
ruined. I think he
Okay.
ruined him, to be honest.
Yeah,
He's just
possibly.
recovering. It took him a while to recover.
And he wasn't lucky under Pochettino because he was out injured for a while. So by the time he came back, there were established starters. You could argue he played second fiddle to a few of them. But go ahead, what you were saying.
Yeah, so look, he's getting better. He's improving. We'll see how he goes. Like I say, it's only a bit over a game, so we'll wait and see how he goes. But yeah, I think he'll definitely start this game. So I'll put him at the left centre back.
Okay.
I'll have Tosin as the right centre back.
Okay. Here's the thing. Do you think Dawson starts today? I don't know. I think the reason he was omitted from the midweek game was due to the structure, right? You could argue, and he didn't play the game after. But right now, I don't think we'd see. What's his name? The C in the right back position. He can come central. The question is, plays the right back. But that's just my opinion. Let's go ahead with your lineup. Go ahead. Can you tell us why you think Tosin starts in the right centre back position?
Well, again, he hasn't played much rotation, and this will be a different Newcastle team as well. So he's got to put him there. He's got to back his players and put them in, especially if they haven't played for a couple of games. This is when you play them. So, and I think he'll fit perfectly in the back three when we're on attack. He's the central one, so I think that fits perfectly. And yeah, he needs game time, coach. So I think
Yeah, Vic thinks 100% doesn't start. I think he starts too, but it's tied. Okay, right back
yeah.
position.
I'm putting this Sassy there.
Okay, then you leave out Reece James, and okay, it makes
Yeah, no,
sense.
I think this Sassy will there. He'll be the right centre back in the back three when we attack. And like I said, it's going to be a different Newcastle team. It's not going to be the same. So again, rotation for players to play. We're not going to play James again and risk him again. I don't see that happening, especially how he played He played so long. Gusto the same. I don't think there's going to risk those two. There's no need to risk those two to play them. So I think Disasi should be playing for rotation, but also it's a short turnaround, so there's no point playing the other players.
Okay, there you go. I think we get to where it's probably not going to be that simple. So there's this position, right?
Yeah.
Viega is available. Enzo
Yep.
Fernandez is available. He didn't start the last game. I think let's count Romeo Lavia and Moses Caicedo, because I still do think one of them will start. And then Drusbel Hall is also available. The 266, who starts there for you and why? Because
For
if
me,
Viega isn't here, I have strong belief that he'd be one of these guys here. And the manager knows he can fulfill that role too, which was where he played mainly for his last club before we signed him.
Yeah. If he wasn't, I still think he won't play. I think he'll still be used. He will definitely play as in a substitute. He'll come on probably a bit earlier, but I don't think
You don't think he starts?
No, I don't. No.
Wow,
I don't see him starting, to be
serious.
honest. If Cucurella wasn't out and didn't play in that, then maybe I would. But Cucurella needs game time, and I see that probably being a swap. Could be a halftime or 60 minutes. Depends on how the game goes as well, obviously. So it just all depends. But you kind of have Vega there as well in the back, especially left back with that. There's too much height. There's too much. You need a bit of speed there as well to balance it out. That's why I put Cucurella there. So yeah. Anyway, in the defensive role, I'll put Enzo as the defensive mid. He'll be the captain.
And just quickly, let's look at this. I don't think Anthony Gordon starts. Oh, if he says doubtful, which means chances are he starts. Yeah,
yeah, we don't know.
Yeah,
we
you
won't
don't
know
know.
till kickoff. Yeah.
So Namaya is saying, Dante, he's asking you, what if Gordon starts against the DCC? Not a chance. I don't know.
Look,
You
he
want
can
to
still
answer
hold.
that?
He's strong. He's not that slow. He's pretty quick.
Yeah, he's not
that
easily
slow.
beaten. I think his weakness, in my opinion, is in what happens under pressure. In terms
Correct.
of
Yes.
doing something nice with the ball. Go ahead, Dante.
Yeah, and plus we'll have the defensive cover, so I don't see that as a problem. But Gordon, he had a groin, and that can't be just a week. I'll be very surprised if he played. That you're not risking one of your players, even though he's had a bad season. I don't think he's going to risk him. He'll need him on the weekend, so I don't see him risking it in this game, to be honest. Especially off a groin, that doesn't go away quickly. Yeah,
So you don't think Gordon gets a chance to start?
I don't think he plays. No, I don't think he'll play. Unless they were making that up, that he had just a strain and it's not the groin. But if it was the groin, there's no way he plays a week after with the groin. I've had the groin. You cannot play after a week, even if you strain it just a little bit. No chance you can play after just a week. So I still think Disasi will play there. Disasi can still lock him up. He's still fine. Like you said, the only problem with Disasi is when he's in possession, when he gets pressure.
Under
That
pressure.
is the only problem. Otherwise, he's a very good defender. He's strong. He's physical. He's actually quite quick when he
aggressive.
Good acceleration. So yeah, I don't mind him there. I think he'll still do a job. But yeah, I don't see Gordon starting, so I don't think that'll be a problem.
All right. What else do we have here, Dante? Okay, that's a good question here. And here saying, I think Viega starts ahead of Cucurella. If Viega is going to start, I think he comes to central, not in the left back position. But we'll see what happens. It's difficult to say what's going to happen because of that. You can say change in selection pattern. Cucurella started midweek and things that changed around. What's his name? Pedro Neto starting in the Premier League. So I think that has made it a little bit difficult to be certain with regards to what the manager will do. Cucurella doesn't need game time. We have United on Sunday and Newcastle plays Arsenal. We don't need a Cucurella to start. I'd go with that. Because the games aren't coming in thick and fast now. What do you say? What do you think?
The balance at the back will be, you basically have four big, tall guys, physical guys at the back. There's not much speed there. There's not much. You have to balance it up. You need a player there that will balance that up. I don't see that happening, but look, it can happen, but I just don't see it happening how Maresca has been playing and how he always likes to balance it up. It looks like that's one of his strengths. He wants to balance.
That's a good observation, by the way.
So that's why I see Cucurella there only. Yeah, like I said, he'll probably play if we're doing well. He'll play probably could come off halftime. You never know. He could come off 60th minute early. Might be a plan in there. Just play him. 55 minutes and come off like he did a couple of games ago. The players that got injured and then came back from the week before. So yeah, I just see the balance being all wrong if Vega's there. It's too much tall guys, too many. Yeah, it's way too many, especially in the back four. I don't see it happening. But look, you never know.
You never know, indeed. And Vicky saying Maresca will not play James and Gordon on. it's it's gonna James and Gusto on Sunday, so to speak. Let's see what happens. I think the slight, you could say, the rail in the you can say the pattern that we're already familiar with has made it a bit difficult to correctly to be certain with that prediction. Viega there. So Dante, let's hear you. The 266 in your opinion. Let's hear you.
Yep. So I think Enzo will play the DM as the captain as well, probably on the day. Other
So
side
Enzo,
coach.
Enzo and who starts?
Yeah, he'll be the DM. That's not the DM there, but doesn't matter. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean just the starting structure. So let's go
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. So
Let's go
he'll be
into
the
here.
DM, the
Yeah.
playmaker sitting back. I can see him
Okay,
continuing with
and
that.
who pairs him?
And Dewsbury Hall will be the other CM box to box midfielder.
Okay. You don't think this kid starts?
No.
Okay.
If Enzo was not available or there and like he didn't really play much on the weekend, so I think Enzo might might get the start because of that. For control of the game. There's no one there who can do that. There's no one else there that can do that. And I think
Yeah.
he'll sit
So
him deep as the deep playing playmaker like he did. And
mhm.
that way he doesn't run much. He just controls the game, especially against Newcastle, how they're going to have quite a lot of changes as well. I think Maresca will want that possession and will want us to control that game in that area. So that's why I
Yeah,
see
and,
Enzo.
and here's something quickly, if you don't mind. I agree with you. In the absence of Casado and Lavia, he's going to need, you can say, let's use the term experience head in terms of dictating the pace of the game and connecting the midfield with the attack.
Correct.
I think
Yep.
that's where he comes in. I think I agree with you. Control.
Yeah, and I think
But
he'll
go
just
ahead.
sit back as deep lying playmaker like we saw him in the last couple of games. He'll sit back there and just control the game. That's everything will go through him. I'll see. Yeah, Dewsbury Hall just again for rotation, and he hasn't played yet, so he'll probably play that CM box to box. That's where he's been playing him every time he's played. He's played in that CM box to box Dewsbury Hall. He hasn't used him in his preferred position yet. That's because we have Joao Felix there, and Palmer. So he hasn't played there yet. But yeah, I see him as the box to box. The forwards, pretty much what you said earlier, and I said, and Sebago said, see Mudryk starting, Mudryk, Sancho, and Felix,
Okay.
and then Nkunku up front.
Mudryk right there. Mudryk on the left or on the right?
On the left, yeah.
Sancho right?
I think Sancho right, yeah. For me, Sancho is much better on the right. He did a lot of good work at Dortmund on the right. He played at Man United on the right, but then they used him on the left as well. But I like him on the right a little bit more. It opens up. It makes him use his right foot a lot more, which then that creates more as well. On the left, he dribbles a lot, way more dribbles a lot more, and always cuts back and turns and tries to then turns back again to try to get back. On the right, I've seen him do it, and he's much better at creating and getting balls in early and crossing the ball. He's much better at creating from the right. So that's why I think on the right he suits better, in my personal opinion.
All right. IB, big up to you too. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. So, 10 position, not too many options. We know Felix,
Well,
right?
I think Felix. Really, to be honest, it has to be Felix. He's going to play,
And here,
and Nkunku's got to play as well. So they're not gonna. There's no one else really, to be honest. He's not gonna. I think it's pretty certain these guys are the starting sort of two there in the B team, unless obviously injury or rotation, something else. But yeah, I think they'll pretty much start these cup games. If they're not in the first team, they'll start the cup games and the Conference League games pretty much.
all right. Tabejo, do you agree or do you differ? Do you want us to start your own lineup separately, or do you agree with this but disagree in any of the positions?
I disagree with two positions, so
Let me
I
guess.
don't
Let me
want to.
guess. Let me guess. Two positions. I think here, right?
Yeah.
I think somewhere here. No? All right. Let's
Yes.
hear you.
Yeah, personally, this is my opinion, right? I'm not saying Enzo Maresca might do this or do that. So, as much as I love both Malo Gusto and Rich James, I don't think they give us the balance that we need when they're both playing, right? So, I'd rather play Malo Gusto if as a right back, but if it's not playing, cool, play decisive there, no problem. But also play in the Renato Vega, then keep Marco Grella fresh for the United game. Because if you play him and Rhys James against Newcastle, Manchester United, and also Marco Grella invading, I think he's perfect for that role more than Malo Gusto for me personally. So as much as I love both of them, I don't think it's wise enough to play two of them. As much as against Newcastle, they played very well, but defensively, sometimes we're shaky. So I just want a balance in terms of our defense. So that's my opinion. I don't know if
So you
Dante.
have an issue here.
Yes, I'd rather play Renato Vega there.
I wouldn't. I would again. What I'm saying right now, it's not my. You say if I'm really trying to predict what happens, I think Viega starts there, in my opinion. Or maybe Viega starts somewhere here. Maybe you'll see a situation where we play more like we did. I think midweek, where it was a back three. Yeah,
Yeah.
and this guy becoming more of a wing back. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but we'll see. So you disagree with this position. What other position did you mention? Right
I,
hand
I
side.
said I said if you're not going to play Malo Gusto, Disasi is fine. So I'm okay with Disasi, but again, I would prefer Malo Gusto personally. But again, if Disasi plays, no problem. But in terms of playing Marco Corella, I don't want him to play. I'd rather play him against Manchester United because if he plays tonight, that means I'm going to use Malo Gusto and Rich James on Sunday, which I don't like personally.
All right. Once again, I have a target pinned at the very top of the chat window. If we meet that, I will sing in my native language or my dialect or language, whatever you prefer.
It must be a
I
very unrealistic target. What's the target, coach?
go look at
I can't see it, so tell me, what's the target?
you and your pessimistic. Go to
What
the
is it,
chat
1,000
window.
or what?
No, go to the chat window. I made it simple, really.
Tell me, because I can't see it. Tell me, come on, let us know.
The chat window here. It's the target says. Where's it again? Let me read it. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me go back to it. The target says. I think. How many? I think a $10 something. Oh, 10 yellow super chats. Maybe I need to simplify it. I think maybe it's a bit difficult. Yeah, maybe. So I'll simplify it. Maybe it's a new feature with YouTube. So maybe I thought that was like $10 super chat, but no, it's a 10 yellow super chats. It could be a lot, or maybe yeah. But I'll look at it. I pray we don't get knocked out. I wanted so. I wanted okay to get to the quarterfinals. I think we can, and the manager knows what he's doing. For someone focusing on balance, I don't understand why Dante thinks. Lord Dante, to be more specific, let me read what I'm saying in my friend. Why Dante thinks Gusto and James would be the way to go against United. Dante, that's for you. Address it.
Yeah, well, Vic's putting words in my mouth because I never said that.
Spit it out. So,
I just said Cucurella will start this game for balance for this game, and I did not say he's not going to start against Manchester United. I
yeah.
actually would want him to start against Manchester United as well. That's why I said he might come off at halftime or really early, 50th, 60th minute or 55th minute, like we've seen Maresca do before. But I would want him to play for United as well. Yes. So
I'm
I did
really
not
not
say that,
sure.
Vic.
You seem to prefer Cucurella on that in that position You shouldn't prefer him to Renato Vieira, who I think is better defensively than Cucurella. If anything, Cucurella, you could say he's more capable of fulfilling the inverted fullback role, but I think Vieira is a better defender than him, in my opinion.
What, in the air, or where are you talking about?
Yeah, really, and
It's
on the carpet too. I think he's better, really.
No, he's not better on the carpet than Cucurella. Sorry, coach. No, Cucurella's a much better defender. He's much quicker, more snappier on the player's heels. He's aggressive. If you give space to Vega, you can get around Vega, but you can't Cucurella. It's very different. Physically, yeah, he's a stronger guy in the air, definitely. Even though Cucurella is very good in the air for his size, but yeah, of course, because he's a bigger guy. But when it comes to defending one on one, especially when you're playing against wingers, smaller wingers that are very quick, you need a player like Cucurella. Vega will struggle a little bit against quick wingers, smaller quick wingers.
Wow. Okay. I don't know. I prefer him again, but that's my opinion.
Look, I
I
don't
don't
mind
want
him
Cucurella.
playing. He can play, but then you've got four at the back, four huge guys, slower guys at the back. And Newcastle will play with two wingers, and they will play with a physical forward, and they'll play with two wingers to play more on the counter attack and speed. So you got four big physical guys at the back. Is that balanced? I don't think that's balanced at all. I think you're asking for trouble putting four big physical guys at the back like that when we're not in possession. So that's why I see it like that. And I haven't seen Maresca do that yet. Every time I've seen him, he's always wanted balance and he's always put a smaller guy there. And that's why I'm going with that. I haven't seen him do it yet. I agree. I don't think he should, but yeah, you never know. It'll probably depend what team Newcastle put out as well, but they're going to have the two wingers. They're going to have the two quick wingers play. So either way, it doesn't matter if the second guys or third guys, they still got the wingers there. So yeah, I don't think you can
So
have
that's
big
another
guys.
question for you on the screen there.
Yep.
Just quickly, let me take care of this. I'll let you know
Yeah,
when I'm
not
free to
just
talk.
because to get some more minutes and just so we can start strong against Newcastle in this game. If we can put the game away by half time, then he can come off, no problem. But if you want to, we get off the back foot and they score first, well, you know, that's why I see it that way. Get us starting strong, get the first goal, especially away. I don't want us conceding a goal because we know that if we concede a goal first, Newcastle's going to park the bus really bad. So yeah, I prefer to start better and then take him off at halftime or 55 minutes really early or whatever, like he has other players, than to start on the back foot. So that's just my thinking behind it.
All right, Tabehi, you want to do anything argue against that? Are you good? Do you just want to agree with Dante Ecoman? Are you there? Ecoman, come in.
Let me cut him some slack and not to argue with him for the first time.
Yeah. Okay, good one. Cut him some slack there. Coach, we are still paying Potter. I think that's the best way to do it. We didn't want to pay him in bulk, and he agreed. I think they reached an agreement for it to be paid gradually. I think it would have cost us a problem from a financial perspective had we paid them one time. Then we have a lot of book balancing to do. If that makes sense,
Pretty much,
is that
coach. Yeah,
correct?
that's why
Or
they did it that way. Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's better to
yeah.
spread it
So
out and pay way less than it could have probably. It might have made us not be able to get that extra player we needed. So yeah, 100%. That's why they did it. And Potter's a very nice guy, so he said, "No problem. I'll do whatever you say."
yeah,
Yeah,
and just quickly, and probably that's huge money for him. So that doesn't mean he cannot find a job somewhere else. So I mean, it's easy money, really. That I was going to ask you this during. I don't remember what presser exactly where the manager. He was asked if Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, and Romero Lavia can all start in a single game. I think he said yes, and I don't know whether he referenced I think he referenced, was it the Man City game? The three of them started. One had to be taken up because he was injured or felt something. I don't know why people think the three of them cannot start in the same game.
Yeah,
But
look,
I
they
think
can start.
probably, in my opinion, we would need a change of structure for that to work.
Not necessarily, coach, because against low block teams, I think they can definitely start against lower block teams. Because then you can play Palm on the right. You can put Enzo in that eight attacking 8-10, and yeah, so you can do it if you really want to. I think against low block teams, it's easier to do, much easier, because you can move Palmer to the right. Or if, for example, if Palmer's out, injured, or arrested, or not playing, or something's suspended, whatever, then you can definitely fit them in. Enzo, we've seen him play Enzo in that, especially in preseason. He played Enzo in that attacking position, more attacking 10, quite a bit. So I think that's the probably only time you can play them more better. Probably be hard against better teams to do that. But against low block teams, yeah, 100%, because obviously yeah, it's easier to fit them into the team that way.
All right, let's do this. Just give me 1 second here. I don't know what's happening. How did this switch around? This was removed. Give me 1 second. Let me fix it. Let's do this again. Change the structure around a bit and see how that is going to work. Okay, there you go. If we have something like this, Dante, this has to go below, but let's catch up here. Dante, Dante will line up against Gent, okay, or Ghent, with Viega, Badiashile, Tosin, and the Sassi. But you said you have never seen Maresca play that lineup. I'd like you to fight. I think it makes the show good. Coach, can you please put the Chelsea FC Ghent lineup on the screen? I think Dante, he's not questioning that, probably knows that's the case. But if you want to respond to what you're saying, fine. Coach, Newcastle 11 tonight. Saw it somewhere. Who? That the other name, I don't want to try saying it. Livermento, Kasha, Kelly Longstaff, all started. Okay. I'm not going to pronounce the names.
That's the keeper,
Apologies
coach. A
that I'm
great
not trying
keeper, I think.
keep practicing, right? So Dante, let's say we're playing with this. We're playing with a 4-3-3 structure. Who starts here? I need to change this to yellow.
Just to go to Vic's question,
Yeah,
yes,
go
he
ahead.
did do that.
Yeah,
But
I like you to respond to Vic. Yeah,
he did do that, yes, but that was Ghent at home against a very small European team. This is the Premier League. This is a Premier League team. It's completely different. You can't. I don't think you can do that. The way Ghent set up, the way their defensive setup, that was no. They don't play like that with wingers. So when you play against wingers, it's sorry, when you don't play against wingers, yeah, you can do it. But if you're playing against wingers and stuff like that, well, speed and Premier League team, I don't think you can do that. But that's just my personal opinion. But yes, he did do it against. I do remember now. Yes, he did.
All right. So you're not going to fight him. That's a shame.
No, but we did. Yeah, we still conceded 2 goals, and yep, we conceded 2 goals in that game against Ghent, which we should never have conceded those goals. And if I remember right, one of the goals was exactly that reason. They just went straight past because we were a bit too slow. So yeah, if you want to do that against Newcastle, then yeah, that's a big risk. Look, he can do it. Just depends how Newcastle play and what their structure is and who they're going to play. But yeah, they will play with the wingers. So
All right.
yeah, it's tough to do that against the wingers. You're really risking it to doing that by the risk. Yeah, you're going to let Newcastle. You're giving them a little bit of an advantage, I can say, tactically, if you do that.
Okay, let's do this, Dante. In a 4-3-3 structure, right? Let's forget about the back four. That's easy to select. If we're trying to select our best back four, let's go this box here. Midfield 3 and then 4-3. Let's hear you fill up the space. Let's say you want to accommodate Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, and Romeo Lavia. Let's see how you structure it.
Well, I still would have Enzo as the DM, that middle
in the middle. Enzo centrally?
Centrally, yeah.
I'd do that too.
Yeah, and I would have obviously Caicedo and Lavia.
Yeah, because he can command the game better than the other two. Then Caicedo on the right hand side.
Yeah. So
I think I agree. And here's why I prefer Caicedo on the right hand side. He's familiar with the right hand side very well. So if anybody here inverts, maybe if need be, he will almost always he knows how to cover the spaces left here. So yeah, I'd do that too.
And the other side as well, coach. if Cucurella will invert, and that would help. Obviously, Enzo being as the lone DM, but Lavia's there for cover as well. So you've got cover everywhere. It's just you're just taking away from the attack. That's all you're doing. That's the only thing you're doing with this
So
lineup.
in that midfield three on the left hand side, Lavia. Do you agree?
Lavia. Yeah.
I
If
do the
you're
same
saying
too.
to fit him in, this is how you fit him in. The other way is
Yeah,
like
that's
I
how
said.
you fit. Yeah, the
But the
structure
other way,
matters. The structure matters if you want to start the three of them.
The other way, like I said, if there's no Palmer, you can play Enzo against low block in that attacking position as well. And he has done that a few times. As in preseason, he played in there. In one of the games, I think I remember at the start, he moved him there till the end of the game. So you can play Enzo in that Palmer role as well, more attacking, like the attacking 8/10.
Yeah.
So you can fit him in
did you
that way, or
schedule
you can fit
a
him in this
show?
way. Yeah, there is ways to fit him in, of course.
Yeah, again.
Did you schedule a show?
Yeah, I will schedule it after some few minutes because they were a power cut in my country, so I didn't want to schedule it and then power cuts again. So
I'll
So
turn back
those
the
power
power
cuts
today.
happens in South Africa. I thought it was just a Nigerian thing.
yeah, I took twice today, so that's boring.
Okay.
I targeted Tobago's house, but I took out the whole of Africa, unfortunately.
He can do it, and he will do it again most likely. So, Tobago, do you agree? This how to accommodate the three of them here. This is the only, you could say, viable way, maybe that it will work.
Yeah, I agree because both Lavia and Moses Caicedo likes to be mobile and Enzo likes to see, so it makes sense. So I agree
Yep.
with the midfield three.
Yeah, I agree. That's how you can accommodate the three of them. So Dante, now, okay, let's say best front three. I think it's easy. I'd plug in Cole Palmer here. On the left, maybe it becomes a bit difficult on the left hand
Look,
side.
Neto for now. It's Neto.
Neto for now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Neto.
Even though
So
I prefer him on
Neto,
the right, but yeah,
Palmer
I still
here,
would play him there. Yeah.
and Jackson here, right? But
Yeah.
here's the thing. Jackson, as long as he can improve his goal scoring ability and score goals more efficiently and consistently, he'd be starting over Nkunku for me. Because I don't know, Nkunku is still a much better finisher, better at navigating tight spaces than him. For him, he needs tons of space to be as effective as usual. But one thing I like about him, how he drops deep, create chances for his teammates. Why are we even trying to sign a traditional striker while this guy is a perfect number 9 for Maresca? I just don't understand why.
Well, to
Osimhen
answer
in
that
this
question,
team
coach.
is going to create more problems than bring a solution. But go ahead.
So if you're playing this formation against a low block team, Jackson will not be good at all. He hasn't been good in the 3 games
Hey,
we
can you
played.
elaborate?
He had the lowest touches, he had the lowest involvement at all the games we played against low block teams this season, and he didn't contribute hardly at all. He came off every time. If you do have a striker like, say, Goku Osimhen or something, then you can play this formation much easier because you've got that physical presence in the front that will stay, not get dragged deep, not get dragged out. It will stay more forward and keep the central defenders busy basically, and you can put crosses in as well. You cannot do that with Jackson. You just can't. We can't put crosses in for him. If you see him every time, he's always too deep to receive the crosses. That's because he links up the play and drops deep, and the wingers are bombing forward. They get the ball from one of the midfielders, and then there's no one to give it into in the center. So, yeah, in this formation, if you look, for example, Napoli, how Napoli play, they play this formation. They have Lukaku in that striker position. Why? Because he can do all the dirty work there, hold the defense up, take care of the central defenders, he can put crosses into him. A big physical player, yeah? So that's different with Jackson. Against low block teams, if you do this formation, he'll struggle, and he has. He hasn't scored. He came off early in all the games. He had the lowest touches ever in those games against all the low block teams. There's no space for him, and he's not good in tight spaces. Not in between 2 central defenders. Not forward. Deeper, yes, because he draws them out, can flick and can turn them, but not one-on-one, but not in the center, not alone with the two central defenders. He can't do it there. He just, yeah, if they're playing a low block and they're defending deep, he's been struggling every single game I've seen him play. I haven't seen him have one really good game against a low block team.
That's serious. Before we go to what Vic has to say in the chat there, I think Jackson has actually improved significantly under Maresca, wouldn't you say? The entire team, I agree, but I think yeah, he's improved really, really well, except for scoring more efficiently and consistently. But other aspects of his game have improved.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's definitely improved a little bit, but that was expected. I expected that to happen because obviously Maresca would be pay more attention and the assistants will pay more attention because he's going to be that number one striker, especially when we didn't sign anyone. But also just, him growing, getting more mature, played a year in the Premier League already, a bit more experience, knows how he works a little bit in and out better. So that's also going to contribute to a coach. And obviously having better players around him as well. That's also helps a lot. So it's a bit of natural evolution with a bit of help from the coach as well. It's a bit of both. And the experience, of course, in the Premier League already.
Yeah, I do agree. Before I ask Tabeho, you have anything to add, or should we move on?
Yeah, you know what I would like to see in the future. I don't know this will happen or not. For example, let's say we play 4-1-4-4-1, right?
4-1-4-1. Do I have that structure? But it can be like this. Just something like this. I don't have that structure. Probably like this. Maybe something close to this, possibly. But go ahead with what you were saying. I need to
Yeah,
program it as a structure. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. Maybe Moses Caicedo will be the one who's playing deep. Maybe against low blocks because sometimes it's so hard to create chances against low blocks. So we need creative players. So I would like to see this kind of things maybe in the second half or in maybe last 20 minutes when we are struggling to score goals, just the way we did against Forest. Remember, Enzo Maresca changed his system. So this kind of things that I would love to see in the near future if he struggles against low blocks. Because,
Mhm.
say again.
Now, I was going to say, if we play 4-1-4-1, then these two are not going to be here.
Yeah, you can play one on the Enzo role. When this guy said on Enzo, I mean on Lavia, sorry, not Enzo.
So just to
One
add
of
to
them.
that, sorry, Tobago. So you watched quite a bit of Maresca play at Leicester City last season. Did you pay attention to some of the low block games? Which formation he used and what he did? Because I remember specifically seeing a couple of games where it was the same formation with the three at the back, but he did not invert another midfielder. He pushed another midfielder forward. So it was basically 3-1, not 3-2. So that extra midfielder went forward. It was another forward player that played instead, or an attacking midfielder. And that's what he did against some of the low block teams in the championship. Instead of the 3-2 at the back, it was 3-1, only one defensive midfielder. And then you have an extra player to go forward. So you're basically really overloading the front line, but that's what he did against really low block teams in the championship that I saw a couple of the games. And he worked really well. They really broke him down and scored a lot of goals in those games. So, yeah, I haven't really seen him do it for Chelsea yet, but that's something I'm expecting to see because against some of the really low block teams. We've already played a couple of those really low block teams, but I quite haven't seen that really. That's the really attacking. We'll see it in the future. I remember specifically when he did that, when he played those couple of games that I watched. I'm like, oh, okay, wow, that's very offensive. So, yeah, do you remember that at all, Tobago? Did you see those games or?
Yeah, I've saw those games, especially in the second half when he introduced who is this boy, our boy, Italian job, Casade, right?
Yesterday, yeah, exactly. That's why I watched as well. Yeah, yep.
Yes, introduced him to play as sort of a support striker, and it works so well because this kid really He's so good. And then I think he scored 2 goals, if I'm not mistaken, during those games.
Yeah, he did,
So
correct. Yes.
yeah,
So that's what I
so
mean. He can do that. And then you can actually play Jackson and Nkunku because you bring on Nkunku, you leave Jackson on, you put Nkunku as a second striker. So it gives you that option to help break down low blocks, and you've got two attacking players there. Still probably want to play Jackson, but it gives you an opportunity to play them together and bring an extra attacker on. So that's the game, that I saw as well, Tobago. So yeah, he used to bring Cassidy, or maybe a 10, but he played basically as a striker almost. So basically a second striker, and yeah, that was even an extra player in attack.
All right, let's catch up with what we have in the chat. I'll come back. We'll switch it to a three at the back and select the back three. Let's see what we have here. And Vic is saying it's unfair to concede the position to Jackson. I think we pretty much said the same thing. We need and he's saying that. Give me 1 second. We need Nkunku to start with Palmer and Nkunku and the best midfielder behind him before making that decision. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I mean, Palmer, Nkunku, Neto, or Sancho. I like Jackson, but he's not all that. He's a good player. He's improved, but in some games, again, like we've called for Nkunku to start over him, and the outcome of those games, you could argue, showed that really, Nkunku should have started over him in those games in particular. This match is going to be a dogfight. That's a serious one. And we have Tamidayo Lumarekemi. It's been a minute. I do hope you're doing well. We haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully, the reason is because you've been busy. And if that's the case, we are happy for you because bills don't pay themselves. Big up, people. What's up today? Match preview, lineup prediction exercise, and we're waiting. The moment the lineup comes up, we will look at it. That's a good one if you haven't heard. And we have the Demonat. Okay, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Nice to see you. I don't think Neto, Jackson, Palmer, Casado, and Lavia will play today. Neto, Jackson, Palmer. I think one of them at least. Because Newcastle, it's not going to be an easy game. Their season isn't going as well as last season, so probably they will be serious about the cup competition and a few of their best players, in my opinion. Talking to Nehe there, and saying Nkunku, Mudryk, Sancho, Felix will be the front line, I think, for tonight. Yeah, possibly. Big up to you too, Dante and Tobejo. Nice to see you, bro. It's been a minute. Hopefully, it's just that you've been busy. That's the reason why we haven't seen you in a while. So Dante, let's switch. I'm gonna refresh this. Let's switch to a back three, and pick the back three because that's where I think probably we have a hint with regards to the manager would do in such a 3-4-2-1. Let's go with that. But where Africa should be the back line here. So Dante, what do you think he most likely would most likely see as the back three? The strongest back three.
Are we talking about today, or you're talking about?
No. We're just having a conversation. Here's the lineup here. Here's the lineup here. Your predicted lineup, and the only place Tabel disagrees, I think, is here, and here midfield area. I can't quite remember if that's the case. But we're here just saying, okay, what if we play with this structure? Forget about the goalkeeper. Who starts here?
Yep. Our best three at the back if we play with this structure.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I would have Tosin at the central one.
You would, or do you think the manager would do that?
Well, are we doing what I think is the strongest, or what the manager?
Yeah, what the manager would do, maybe. Okay, let's go with what you think will be the strongest.
Yeah, look, it's what the manager do. He probably wouldn't play Tosin. I don't think he probably. I don't know why he doesn't see yet. He's not putting him there, so he probably wouldn't. So then, I would probably put the probably Levi Colwell on the left.
Yeah, most likely. But the last time we played with this structure, it was Viega, and he was good.
Yeah, wasn't but that was against different conference league coach. Big difference. um,
You don't rate my boy, do you?
no, I do. I love him. I'm just saying, Conference League, it's not the same. You can do that there. We're going what he would, the strongest. You're saying
No, no. Just
strongest team
let's
he
just
would
go
put out.
what you believe will be the strongest.
Yeah, what he would put out. Yeah. So personally, I would have Tosin in the middle, but I know he probably won't. So I'll
No, but we're
probably.
not doing like I said. We've agreed not to do what he would do. So let's
Oh,
go
okay.
with
What I
what you
want.
think is the
Okay.
strongest. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would put Tosin in the center, definitely. Yes, and I would have Wes Fofana on the right.
I would do Rhys James here. That if it was me, I would do Rhys James. Fofana's still erratic. I mean, that's approach, in my opinion. Needs to polish his application. I don't know how long that will take, but yeah, he comes across as erratic, rash, maybe. I don't know.
Yep.
Tabeho, do you agree with this back three? If we're playing with this structure, let's say you.
Well, I disagree in terms of centrally because I think Levi Colwell centrally is so fantastic. And then when he plays like as a left center back, he struggles too much. I don't know why. He doesn't
Hmm.
know how to defend like that area. But in terms of centrally, I'm more than happy. He's so good there. During the game, those breaking passes. Oh my gosh, this kid is so good. But again, Tosin, I wouldn't mind him. So yeah, man, I prefer Lavia to be Levi. I mean,
Dante, do you agree?
Look, it can work both ways, but I just like you've got Colwell, you've got Fofana, you've got the two more aggressive defenders. Uh, they're both good on the ball. They both can pass. Levi Colwell basically with his left passes a little bit more because he's got the left foot. Fofana both feet basically, but obviously right foot preferred. Tosin can do both feet as well. I've seen him pass very well both feet, and he's just that calm presence in the center that can cope with everything that comes in aerially. So if when everything comes in aerially, he's there. He can cover those two when they erratic and they jump out. He's there for cover. He's the calm head in the middle that controls everything, basically your sweeper. So that's what I would have him. We don't have that type of player there.
All right, we're gonna go news hunting on Vincent's X wall. I don't know how I forgot to stream this on X. These days I'm very very tired and mix a lot of I make a lot of mistakes these days. Jeez. But anyway, I'll be all right.
Okay, coach. We're
Let's
past the
see.
hour and a half mark. You can start making your mistakes now.
That was a tired day. Wow. Let's go to Vincent's wall to see what he has to say. A lot of people say these days there aren't so much going on. So a lot of what we see there be comments from pundits and fans and some former players. I think who was that former player that is asking question of Wesley Fofana? He did say something to the effect of soon we'd start talking about uh we start talking about what did he say? Something to the effect of so we'll start talking about Wesley Fofana. I think Wesley Fofana he will come good eventually. He's been away for like 1,000 years, and it's understandable that he isn't quite there yet. But it comes across as erratic, rash decisions, easily dribbled, doesn't time his tackles very well, and yeah, but that's by the way. Let's start seeing what we have there. I think I've read all these things in the chat. Let's go back to the presentation window. Just give me one
He's
second
coach.
here.
He's pretty much been like that all the time, even for Leicester. That's how he was. That's his defending style. That's his game plan. But that's for a coach to use him in the right position and to use him to have the right balance there. Because that's what he's always going to do. He's never going to change that. That's his play style. Aggressive, comes out, makes tackles. He gets yellow cards nearly every game. But that people see that as a bad thing, but that can be a good thing because you've got that physicality. Sometimes, it can be good. It's up to the coaches to coach him how they want him to play and to put him in the right position to play. But I saw him as a Leicester player when he played. He was exactly the same. Going out, passing a lot, stepping out of the line, and rash,
Sticking his
hard
foot in.
challenges. Yeah, he did exactly the same. And even for France, I saw him play. He did the same. So that's who he is. It's just how you use him, and that's obviously up to the coach. Everyone's got their preferences, but that's how he is. He plays that way.
Yeah, his game, his application on the pitch will be polished with time, but right now it is what it is. Let's
Look, he
see
had a
what
couple
we
of really
have
good
here.
games. Yeah, he had a couple of
Yeah,
really good games in a row where he did everything correct, but then he kind of went back a little bit the last couple of games to being a bit more erratic and a bit more. But that's the same
yeah.
with
You could argue due to that erratic approach, he'd be brilliant in a game, and then boom, then you see him make one silly mistake, schoolboy mistake, and you'd be asking, "What is this?" He's that sort of player. But go ahead with what you were saying.
Yeah, and look, he's still pretty young for a central defender. That's still, he's still a young guy. He looks much older, but he's still very young. So, look, maybe when he gets older, that might change. But I'm talking about older when he's, like 28, around 28 to 32, that age bracket. That's maybe when you start maturing more and slow down a bit. But otherwise, no, he's going to be this player. This is the player he is. This is the player we bought for that specific reason, to play that way, to be that aggressive central defender. That's why I bought him. Again, it's how you use him and how you control him. So
Yep, thank you so much. I appreciate you for that. And Maya, the rapper, is in the house. Maya, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Big up, Legends Coach Dante Tobejo. I hope all is well. Why are all big up in the chat? With you all big up in the chat. Okay, I hope I read that correctly. But nice to see you, Maya. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you. So
big
let's
up, man.
read. I'm not going to be expanding these. It can slow down the system a bit. Len Tromi says, okay, he thinks that the structure has a couple of big benefits. One, it's easier for fans to see what the plan is. I can't believe I'm seeing this today. And that wasn't always the case under Mauricio Pochettino. It was a bit chaotic at times. Okay. Why is James sharing this on Instagram? I'm not here to decipher that. I'm moving on from it. Robbie Mustoe on Chelsea's performance against Newcastle United. My takeaway is more of the tactical stuff is like good, but the physicality, actually, the pressing in, the walk without the ball for Chelsea was like, wow, that's impressive. I like to listen to him. It's one of those that whenever they speak objectively. Yeah, and
Yeah,
something here. Carlo Ancelotti sees Enzo as an ideal addition to Real Madrid midfield. He's not the first person I've heard this from. We don't value him as fans, but I think the manager knows what he brings to the table and probably will be reluctant to let him go. He's very unique. We don't have another player of capable of fulfilling his role as effective as he can. So no surprises that the Real Madrid are interested. But just by the way, let's move on. What we have here, Robbie Mustoe, we've read that. I like him. Only one of the few pundits that speaks objectively. No lie, no one expected our structure to work out. Yep, yep. Robbie Mustoe also still speaking in Chelsea. He says, "My goodness, you think about Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, the sporting directors, are to continue to buy young talents. And the biggest part is the manager and saying to the owners, we don't think Pochettino is the right guy. We think Maresca is, and it's working." I like to listen. Robbie Mustoe, how he speaks makes me happy. Robbie Mustoe also on Chelsea Project. I feel like this is the most exciting project in the Premier League right now, given it's not really been done before. This amount of young talent coming in. Yeah, and Maresca is getting his words across brilliantly. They are buying into his idea. They speak very highly of him whenever they talk about him, and they love him. And the fans, they've started, even those that weren't too keen on the club hiring him, I think they're buying into the project also. Now you don't hear too many people talking about the manager, the sporting directors, and the owners. I think that has died down to a considerable extent, but that doesn't mean it's gone. If the result starts going south, I think they will come back again. But we've
oh yeah,
always known it's a result-driven business. That if the team starts doing well, the atmosphere within the fan base will improve, and that's the case right now. More positivity than negativity. Coach, in my opinion, the media should stop hyping the players they haven't achieved anything. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Question for the panel: will Maresca give opportunities, especially the young players like Casadei, David Washington? David Washington, maybe not. Casadei will play ample amount of games. But it's difficult to measure which games he's gonna. You can say to be clear with regards to what games he's gonna play and which ones he's not gonna play. Why? Because we don't know which of the competitions that we're involved in that the manager takes more seriously than the others. But the lesser the importance of the competition, the more Casadei gets a chance to play, except if a player gets injured. He's good, but he's not quite there. He hasn't got to the level where you'd argue that he will definitely get a certain amount of game before the season ends. But Dante, let's hear if you have anything to add to that.
Yeah, look, Cassidy is going to get game time probably today as well, and in the Conference
But
League,
do
he'll
you
probably
think
get.
he starts?
I don't think he starts today, just because Enzo's there and he hasn't played. So I think Enzo might start, but I think he'll come on pretty early, in my opinion. But if he starts, I don't mind it either. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I just don't think with Enzo there, I think maybe he'll come on, maybe much earlier. But we'll have to wait and see. But he will get, like you said, he'll get game time here. He'll get game time in the Conference League, especially for the next conference games coming up. Who we're playing? We're playing some very, very, very weak opposition. So yeah, I think he was going to get probably might get a starts. He might get starts there as well, so he'll get plenty of games. David Washington, he scored again. He just continues scoring in the under 21s second team, the youth team. He
He's a
scored
talent.
again. He keeps scoring. He hasn't stopped scoring. He's basically a goal a game. So he's having an impact, and it's only a matter of time as he keeps going, because he is the more senior player in that that setup, in that under 21 setup, youth setup. He is the more senior player, been there, came with a bigger price tag, played last season as well. They scored a lot of goals. Now this season he started very, very well, scored in every single game. Uh, so he's making a case. You might see, if he keeps going this way, you might see him come in, and especially like I said, we've got some really weak opposition coming up in the Conference League. I'm not sure if he can get added to that squad. I think he might. Don't think he can. It might be if there's someone drops out injured or something, but there's always a couple of grey areas when you can get in. But if he keeps going, you might see him, get in there in some of the cup games in England ahead of even Mark Gee. If Gee
It's
doesn't
tight,
do anything,
really.
sorry.
It's tight.
Yeah, look, the only one Gee, the Mark Gee, I'm talking about that as that third striking option. If he keeps scoring and he's doing extremely well in the under 21s, and Gee hasn't done nothing and not scoring and not really making an impact, not training well, I see him taking his place because he hasn't gone on loan. I think he'll be going on loan in January though, because it would be silly not to put him on loan in January if he's scoring so many goals and playing that well in the youth competition. So he needs to go out there and see if he can do it in a better competition where across Europe, even in the championship, somewhere where it's a bit more physical, a bit more, more mature men. See how he goes against that. But I watched the game the other day. He came on as a substitute late. He turned the game, scored more goals, playing well, playing really well, doing it all. He's playing with Tyreek George on the left, so he's got some good players to play with. He's got some of the guys that like Achapong before there, and the other one that's really impressed me is as another right back is Elise's brother. He's been, I think, phenomenal right back in assisting, scoring, and just being the Elise brother. He's something in the games I've seen in the youth. He's up and coming talent.
Dante, did you hear coach's system?
He may have. He may have. I
It's
was on
just
mute.
coach, yeah.
Yeah.
He's tired. We're getting close to the 2 hour mark.
The man from saying we might finish above Arsenal, in my opinion. I can see us beating Newcastle, Man United, and Arsenal if we can. Arsenal, it's going to be a long season for them. They're not going to be anywhere close to the title this season. They don't. Their squad depth isn't that good. In the absence of one player, they're dead. They struggle quite a lot. Can three then? No, okay. I'm not sure I'm able to put that together. I don't want to stress myself. I pray no one gets injured tonight. Hopefully so. And Maya is saying no one will get injured after United and Arsenal game. I am just praying we survive December. I think we're good. I think we'll find a way to manage the fitness of our players, and it's worked so far. In all honesty, I think we have smart owners. I didn't at any time believe that we'll go through the season and then would come into the season without them doing something about the fact that we averaged 8 players out injured at the same time last season. They know it can be handled, and I think they've done that. We're managing the fitness of players. We haven't seen a situation where any player came back, played a few seconds, and get injured again, and then stay there for 1,000 years. That hasn't happened, and I'm happy, really. Well, that's what we're going to do here. Okay, we're still news hunting. While we wait for the official lineup to come out. Tabir, I don't know. You have anything else to add?
And nothing. But I've shared some tweets to talk about. It seems like your system is not working correctly, so you can share them. I understand.
No, I can.
Coach, Coach's
I'll
system
try
doesn't
and
work.
open the tweet. Just give me 1 second. Let me try and open the tweet here. Then we'll go back to news hunting. All right, people, keep dropping the likes on the show. We have 40 likes and we still have 33 people watching. We can do a lot better than 40 likes. And I started a new target. If it's met, I will sing in my native language. So you see how whether I can sing or not. Let me see. Where's Tobago? I'm not seeing the inbox. Did you send it to the group? Oh, to the group, I see.
Coach, no one wants to hear you sing. No one's gonna do anything.
Why are you crying, man? Leave me the heck alone. Oh my goodness, I just want to make it fun. Okay. I could sing for free if I want to in my native dialect, my native language. Let's see. What else we have here? Give me 1 second here. Let's try and find out. What did Tobago share?
Yeah, don't show us your private messages with your blah blah blah.
Yeah, I'll see what Tobago
No.
says about me, Coach. Don't show those.
I am interested in talking about this. I'm interested in talking about this, and it's an interesting topic. Vince, let me go back to the presentation window. Just give me a second here. Uh, um, where is it? Let me open it here. I think it's this one. Let's talk about this really. And it's I just feel like it just surprises me how people reason. I'm not accusing anybody, but it just doesn't make sense that we see such statistics, we take it and run with it. This is saying that Chelsea with Enzo Fernandez versus Chelsea without Enzo Fernandez. Okay. It says games played in total 66 games. I think Romeo Lavia 21 games. I think they're comparing it with him or both. I don't know. But why do they have the picture of both?
21
It
games,
says,
Romeo Lavia, where? For Southampton?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it doesn't make sense that his picture is there. That makes it confusing. But they're saying we've won games, 81% of games that we played without Enzo and lost again, yeah, and win 35 when he's on the pitch. We've lost 14% when he's not playing and lost 39% when he's playing. Goals scored per game when he's not playing 2.48 goals scored per game when he's playing 1.60. Goals considered per game when he's playing when he's not playing 1. Goals considered per game when he played 1.55. Here's the problem with these statistics, in my opinion. We are including games played when our team was hosdung, or maybe
Correct.
when our
Yeah.
team was crap. We're
Different team,
including
different
that game
season.
when the entire team wasn't performing. If you take your time, you'd find another player to say, yeah, when they played, this happened. When they didn't play, that happened. So this is seriously disingenuous, in my opinion. If we want to do this, let's stick with games we played under Enzo Maresca. It make more sense. Did he start
Exactly.
against Liverpool? No. Did we win? No. We didn't.
Coach, it's just an agenda.
That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make sense. And I know Vince knows better. I know that, but he didn't produce this. This is from Francois Marquette, by the way. But my point is, there's one big issue with
Don't
this
put it out there.
comparison is that it includes games we played under a crappy manager that you can say didn't know what he was doing with the squad. But look, the same guy, in my opinion, and I debate that with anybody, he's been one of our best players under Enzo Maresca. And I can argue that confidently and explain why I believe that's the case. But it's my opinion anyway. But I'll let you speak in a bit, Dante. Just give me 1 second. Here, Juse777 says Mudryk and Felix goes again. I hope that happens. I take it. But nice to see you, Juse. Is that Juice? I don't know how to correctly pronounce that. Coach, finna singer like a Davido. Someone blesses. No, Davido is not a good singer. He's just creative and he's made a name for himself. He has a style. He's not a good singer. Nigerians who are better singers like what's his name? I can't quite remember his name. There are better singers. Even Wizkid isn't a good singer, but he has a good style that people like. He can write good songs that people like. There are better singers in Nigeria. Most of them you don't know. What's his name? Anton DY. He's a very good singer, but we'll talk about that later. And Maya is saying, I think it's unfair to compare Enzo's stats to Lavia's. I don't think he's comparing them to, but the picture is just wrong use of the Lavia picture there because it doesn't align with what is actually being presented there, in my opinion. Because Lavia never completed a full season yet. So he hasn't actually played up to 10 games, so let alone 21 games. Hello, Varno. It's rather nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. It's been a minute. I hope your absence simply means that you've been busy. If that were happy for you, bills don't pay themselves. Happy Deepavali, Coach. What's up? Why did I didn't hear anything from Ankit. I didn't see anything on X2, but and again, I'm not well acquainted with that culture, so apologies for that. But if you celebrate it, happy Deepavali, is that how you pronounce it? Nice to see you once again, brother. I hope you've been well. And this is an agenda, agenda. People cannot give our cousin a break. Yeah, here's the thing: we should be happy we have them both. They're very unique, and be rest assured, if we continue this way and he decides he wants to leave, there won't be shortage of clubs interested, most especially Real Madrid. And it has come out that Real Madrid wants him. Big up to you to GFC. Got it! Nice to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join us. What did I miss? Quite a lot. And I'm quite sure you're at work. Big up Kachila, the panel, and DJ. I need what do I need for DJ here? Where is it? There you go. Did you guys hear anything? I didn't hear it. Okay.
Coach, how much did you pay for this system?
A lot of money. But I haven't seen DJ like in 1,000 years. I hope the move went well, brother. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. I'm not calling you a vampire, saying that I haven't seen you in 1,000 years. Big up, Gavin. Hope you're well. Okay, just say greetings. Yeah, he's gone. What we're talking about? The comparison of games that we won with Enzo Fernandez on the pitch and the ones we won without him on the pitch. Yeah, that's crazy, really. We're waiting for the lineup to come out so we have the time to talk about it. It's it's difficult to type tonight. Maya, big up everyone in the chat. I appreciate you all. And DJ, just saying hello to people. I haven't seen you in 1,000 years, and I'm serious, DJ. So Dante, let's hear you. What do you make of this? It's concerning, really. We should celebrate having all of them and not just condemn one. Even if you prefer seeing one or the other on the pitch, just say, don't go to the extent of saying that one is useless when that isn't really the case.
Yeah, instead of being happy that we've got great and competing for that starting spot, and we can
Mhm.
interchange them all and play them in certain. People will rather condemn one and glorify the other one, and it's just, yeah, unfortunately, that's social media. That's your friend Vince there. He shouldn't be putting this stuff out because he's got a big audience. Why even put it out? I mean, you're just it's not helping. It's not helping when you put it out like that, because there's a lot of narrow-minded people out there that actually, just
They
look at
wouldn't
that
even
and say,
think
"Oh my
beyond
god."
what they're looking at on the screen to realize, okay, you know what? This includes game he played when the entire team was crappy. But since the start of 24-25 season, he's been one of our best players.
Yeah,
Go
look,
ahead.
he's been very good under Maresca, and especially, yeah, he's controlling that midfield in a lot of games. We've played very well with him, so he's been definitely one of our top players. So, but yeah, like I said, instead of being happy, we've got him, we've got Lavia, we've got Caicedo, and we can interchange them and play them in some games, play those in other games. That no, they just want to kill one of them and sell him now, get him out now. Why? We should be happy we've got players of that quality that we can change and interchange, and should be supporting the players. But unfortunately, yeah, there's a big for Enzo Fernandez. There's a big agenda there for multiple of reasons, but hey, it is what it is. We can't get past it. And even the big accounts, like your friend Vince there, even he's posting it. And I'm not sure why, but he shouldn't be posting stuff like that. Just
I
don't
mean,
make it even
even if
worse.
I decide to post such thing, I will insert my opinion there and let you know this doesn't make sense for the reasons I've talked about already. But go ahead.
If you post something like that, post
Excuse me.
it
Sorry. Go
properly.
ahead.
Post it properly and do a proper comparison, not just something that's completely one-sided and bloated that makes the other player look like he's so crap, like he's really really bad player and he shouldn't be playing for our team ever again, stuff like that. So that's the way they're painting him. But and that's what I mean, when he can release stuff like that, but just do it properly, do a proper comparison, not something like that. It's just disingenuous. A lot of it is disingenuous because it's, yeah, even that, like you're saying, you got Romeo Lavia's picture there. Now, why would they put Lavia picture there, who's played 2 games for us basically this season?
Yeah,
It's an
I think the
agenda.
picture doesn't align with what's being presented. You see, the first thing we were thinking, with the question we were asking when we first pulled up this particular stuff here, was, okay, is this Romeo Lavia? And you said no. Does that include the games he played for Southampton? It just doesn't make sense that his picture is there. But go ahead.
Exactly, and that's why it's deliberate, coach. It's very deliberate. And yeah, disappointed that Vince would put something out like that deliberate, because there's a lot of fans out there that don't know the background. They just watch the games and enjoy football and watch us, play, but they don't know the ins and outs and the technical stuff and the exactly the numbers. They just see it when people like Vince and big accounts put it out, and they go by that. What you just put on screen, they go by that, and I can guarantee you, half of those people that don't know, they would now have a different picture, like for Enzo Fernandez, just because of that. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but hey, we can't control it. Unfortunately, can't control it. But look,
And
that
and,
no,
and, and here's the
yeah,
thing again, Dante. If we're saying, because if you can see the title, let me go back to the presentation window again. Sorry. Um, if you look at the title here, it reads Saints Fernandez joined Chelsea. Chelsea starts.
exactly, yeah,
What has been happening since he joined us? We've had, you could say, crappy managers
yep,
until Maresca. We've
yep,
had crappy managers. The entire team has been absolute horse dung since. It's just disingenuous which means they're saying the issues we've had all the while
it's
were
Enzo,
all
yeah,
his fault.
correct, yep,
It just doesn't make sense. Here's the only reason why I'll give Vince a pass. Is just, yeah, it wasn't him that designed. You could say that you could say started the presentation of the games with one or without him, with him on the
doesn't
pitch.
matter if you designed it or not,
But
coach.
if before I present such thing, I'd let you know that this will make more sense if you start. Okay, how about since we're starting to look as an established team, right? How well has it done? But go
Exactly.
ahead so that we can hear from Tobeho. Why we wait for the
Yeah,
official
exactly,
lineup to
coach.
come
Yeah,
out?
It's really throwing him under the bus really badly. Like you say, Fintz didn't create this, but he posted it, coach. So that's still the same thing for me. Don't post things like that. Don't something that's that disingenuous and one-sided, and you're trying to throw the other player. You can do it nicely. You can do a proper one and do it nicely and make comparisons. But when you do it like this, yeah, it's not nice. It's just you're throwing the other player under the bus. You're blaming basically the last every game that he's played for us. It's all been his fault. We've lost every game because of him.
Yeah, let's see what we have here. Tobiel, I'll come to you in a bit so that we can hear from you. But thank you for that. That's a very, very funny comment there. I think we should get Amorim as our assistant coach. I like that. And we have what do we have here? Enzo versus Lavia. No, that's not what we're arguing. That's not what we're arguing. The three of them, Enzo, Casado, and Lavia, can actually start together. That's because their profiles are different. We can see the pairing of Enzo and either of Moses Casado and what's his name? And Romeo Lavia. And the truth remains, if you start Romeo Lavia and Moses Casado as the 2 6s in whatever approach we do, will be defensively solid, will be lacking something in terms of our ability to control the game and all that. We need all of them. Let's just stick with, we're blessed to have the three of them and be happy we do and not fight each other with the debate of who starts over who. And I'm still saying this just doesn't make sense to just present it. And this is clearly an agenda. If you cannot say, if you cannot, maybe if you don't account for the fact that we're being crappy in those as a team. We were, in my opinion. Enzo has not been good recently. Since the start of the season, he's been one of our best players, in my opinion. And I can debate that with anybody on the panel here. That's right. We should give Enzo credit. He carried us with a dry team. Look at the times with Potter and RX. Yeah. But unfortunately, a lot of people aren't going to check. One thing I'll tell you, that he's not the best defensively. The other two are defensively sound than him, but he's better at dictating the pace of the game and controlling the game, and he's very important. Lavia very important. Casado very important. Why are we fighting each other instead of, you can say, savoring the fact that we have the three of them? Yeah, personally, I don't like Fernandez's performance at the moment. I prefer Moya and Romeo. That's up to you, and you have every right to think that's the case. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes, and the likes do go a long way. We had Ngolo, J5, Kova at the same time. At the end, all three cannot play together. I think it depends on the structure. It depends on how you want to play the three of them, in my opinion. Let's see what Vic has to say here. What else do we have here? Anybody here? Korean. That's the sort of thing that suits Vic very well. Dante, did you see that?
I did. Yes, I did.
That's the sort of thing that suits you. You like. Yeah. Oh gosh, I like that response, honestly, and that response deserves this. Oh god. All right. It's gonna take 1,000 years before the sound I played will come.
We heard it. She came through finally.
Yeah, finally, yeah, Lassie came through. I don't know how you look, but the response is funny. Whether you're Korean or not, it doesn't matter to me. Chimera, nice to see you. The H place, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and thank you for joining us. So let's continue. Tobeho did share something else, but I think I need to go back before I'm able to open that. Tobeho, apologies, we haven't heard your opinion with regards to the Enzo Fernandez, the comparison of his absence and presence in the team. Let's hear you. I think it's not okay to do that, really. Did we lose Tobeho?
Yeah, we kept him waiting so long, coach. He's He's disappeared.
Okay, and it looks like Footy Judge Moorhead Gel is asking if I'm Ghanaian. Ghanaians are my brothers. I was born in West Africa, Nigeria, to be more specific, so to speak. I'm an Igbo boy. I still rap irrespective of where I live right now. I'm an Igbo boy, and I still identify with my people, whether you're Yoruba, Hausa. I do speak Hausa very well. I understand Yoruba a bit, but I cannot speak Yoruba. That's one language. Even though I lived up at Lagos, in Lagos a while, I can't speak Yoruba. But yeah, that's the target. And if you want to hear me sing an Igbo song, there's a target up there. Once that is met, it ends in 2 minutes for 30 seconds. I'd speak in my dialect if we meet that target. But let's see what else we have here. But welcome, feel at home. Cannot watch the match due to work. We'll catch the reply later today. Replay, you mean? And we'll talk about it during the Blue Morning Show tomorrow. Dante, let's go to this. I'm going to go back to the presentation window. Tabeo doesn't look like he's there. This one here says Chelsea retain an interest in Victor Osimhen and are regularly checking on the Galatasaray striker. I don't want this guy. Even before, look, we have numbers that can fulfill that role effectively, in my opinion, in a fluid approach. Hold on before my boy pushes everything down here. But I don't think we want Osimhen. I'd rather Gyökeres. For reasons I don't want to go into, I've explained why I don't think Osimhen will work under Enzo Maresca. Given how much we're paying for him, he's not the sort of striker you say will get him and he gets to play every other game or in certain games and not in every game. But Dante, let's hear your opinion on that.
Yeah, Icarus. I think that ship might be sailing if Amarim joins Man United. That's one player he would want 100% to bring there. Maybe a defender and that striker. That's his key player, one of these key players. So I think we'll have a tough time, especially salary wise. And no, salary wise, yes, it's Manchester United. I think that could be a problem. I don't think we'll be able to get Gyökeres anymore now if he joins. But my opinion, Tobago won't be happy about that one. But sorry, Tobago. Yeah, Osimhen. I don't know if I believe this, to be honest. What are we checking? What is there to check?
Graham Belly Howard, do you know him? Is
I have
is
no
he a
idea
source
who
we
that is.
trust?
No idea who that is, coach. I have no idea who that is. So what are we checking on him? There's nothing to check. He's on loan there. He is. He's got a contract. He's there. What are you going to check? There's nothing to check. Why are we scouting? I doubt it very much we're scouting him. There's nothing to scout. We know what the player is. Already did that. There's nothing to do. I don't think we'll send someone to scout an Osimhen. There's no point in doing that. Yeah, look, like you said.
If we had Mourinho, he'd be a perfect signing for us.
Yeah, look, different structure, different. Look, one thing I will say is I still want a physical striker option to have off the bench or some games because I think it's needed. Like
Isn't
when
Jackson
we play,
physical? I know Jackson isn't perfect, but he can be physical.
but not against low blocks and not you can't put balls in the cross. You can't cross balls in him. A lot of things you can't do with Jackson, and I've seen that well. And I don't think that will change. Well, not anytime soon. When he's old, but now, no. In the near future, that will not change. I don't see that changing when he plays. And I think you need that just to have that option. So, for example, if we got Duran, that would be an amazing signing. If we got even Omaridian, that would have been an amazing signing. By the way, he's got another hat trick. Did you see, Coach?
I've not been following. I didn't know he scored another hat trick.
Yeah, scored another hat trick all in the first half only. I think it was.
Are you regretting us not signing him?
I wanted both of them, either of them. I said I want, and that's what I'm saying now. That's why I said I would have. I want that profile. We don't have. We don't have that profile, and in some games, that's going to help you a lot. I was pretty high on Meridian. I liked him a lot, actually. I liked what he brought. I think he would have been a perfect fit, size, speed, athleticism, but strength and height and good in the air as well. So something we don't really have. And he would have been one of those that came in and you can rotate him. You don't need. He's not a superstar like John Duran, like you like.
John Duran was my preference. Houston,
Yeah, even
for
him, I
me,
would choose him as well because he's the
Samu
same.
for me,
Yeah.
uh, he's what's the language I'm looking for? His ability on the ball is questionable. I think Jean Duran is more. You can say is better technically, in my opinion. Samu for me, no. Honestly, I get it. The reason I would have, you could say, welcomed his signing would be he. You could say how much would pay for him, but they were asking for a lot of money at the time. If we paid like 35, 40, 50 million for him, then I'd be content with him coming to us and
Yeah.
we get to use him in certain games and not every game. While I know the manager's preference is a more fluid attack, which Jackson suits better, and Nkunku suits better, Joao Felix suits better. For me, even if he scored 10 goals in one game, I'm still happy we didn't sign him. That's just my opinion, but let's hear what
Yeah,
you're saying.
but like I say, that we don't have that profile of player, and it comes handy in a lot of games, especially low block teams. It comes in handy when you need to, even in against bigger teams. If we're losing 2-1 or 1-0 down, and the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and they park the bus, you bring a physical player on like that, and you can cross balls in. You never know what can happen. So look, it's just something we don't really have. That's why I would take it. I wouldn't take Osimhen just because he's a superstar and he would demand to start every game, and he would not come here otherwise. That's why I would have taken a Duran or Meridian, and I really liked Meridian. I checked him out quite a lot. Like I told you, he's got a big future in the Spanish side. So a good complement with Jackson and Nkunku to rotate, because those players would be a bit, they would do that. They would rotate and they would take that. We know Osman wouldn't do that. You play in this, no, he would start every game and he would cause probably some trouble in the dressing room as well. So yeah, I think the Austin ship is set up, to be honest. I think it happen. And Oscar, if it didn't get done before, it's not gonna get done again. He's not gonna accept that type of money. So that's not gonna happen. I don't see Osimhen happening at all. I would welcome that type of striker, just a physical striker that we need. I think we need him, like I said, but yeah, not Osimhen, no, not anymore.
Yeah. All right. Let's catch up with what we have in the chat here. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. Agenda against me now. No longer
What's this
agenda
guy
against
talking
Enzo
about?
Fernandez. Uh, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I'm just saying Varna to what he's saying in the chat. Someone
You're
please.
agreeing with him, right? I know because
No,
you don't like me
he's
anyway.
talking some nonsense, coach. He needs to be disciplined.
All right. Language, please, language. And I prefer talking about Osimhen. I think he's a good striker, another dynamic for us. I think he's a good striker, but if you want to sign a striker that to mix things up, and you don't pay that much money for a striker like Osimhen only for him to get to play in certain games, I think he start revolting and probably will will cause issues. What happened to Nkunku? If you buy another, I don't think Nkunku will stay. But chances are, if he's not content with playing, like he's playing in Europe right now, and probably believes that he should be starting in the Premier League over Nicholas Jackson, or maybe he believes he should be starting, whether that be over Nicholas Jackson or anyone else, I don't know. But I think he will get his chance. We have a lot of games to play, and chances are, at certain point, we'll start seeing him in the Premier League too. He's an excellent finisher, but there's a chance actually he may well end up leaving Chelsea. What do you think, Dante?
Look, yeah, it just depends. But look, one injury away to Jackson. Say Jackson gets injured, who's going to start every game? It'll be Nkunku, basically. So it's a long season. This season's fine. If we do sign a proper striker, say a Gigares, Awesome, or whatever, any other striker that will come in, more of a top name, yeah, then probably Nkunku could have some troubles if he's not doing that well. And I just think Nkunku probably
Let's see things from his own perspective. I think he would want to leave.
He would. I think he
Except,
would
let's
want
say,
to leave.
if we achieve a Champions League place and the manager continues to play him in Europe, being the Champions League over the Premier League, he'd take it. That's the irony of the whole thing. If it wasn't that the
Yeah.
midweek games are just the Conference League, I think he'd be happy playing in the Champions League if that was the case.
What about if we'd make Champions League and then say we sign
And the
Osimhen?
manager switches things over.
No, say we sign Osimhen at the end. Say we sign Osimhen or John Duran at the end of the season, and we've got Jackson Duran. Do you think he would still stay in Nkunku?
I think if that happens, would say probably pecking order switches. Yeah, he'd probably be again both those whoever who signed, be it Jean Duran or maybe what's his name. They're players of different profile, maybe, so they're not going to even be competing.
Yeah, but say we sign Osimhen, coach. Say Osimhen, then I don't
Whether
see him
he'd
staying
leave,
as well.
they're not going to compete. He's different.
Yeah,
If
coach, but it doesn't matter. He's not. Nkunku's got big attributes. Big ambitions. He's back in the national team fold as well. He's gonna need to be playing a lot to stay there. And I just see, even with the fit, I see there's a little misfit. Like, I don't think he fit our team as a as a striker. I'm talking about. I don't think he fit that well, to be honest. And I just don't see. I'm not seeing Maresca use him enough when we are playing low block teams, which I thought he would because he's perfect for that. But he's not using him, so that's why I worry if that continues this season. I don't see Nkunku staying if he's not playing.
Yeah, I don't think he stays too. As you mentioned, he has big ambitions. He's back again in the French national team and would want to be playing because if he doesn't play, he's not going to get picked. And during an interview that was during the international break, although it's open to interpretation. One can conclude that he's not happy at Chelsea given the fact that he only gets to play in Europe and doesn't play in the Premier League, which is a bigger competition than when compared to the Conference League. I don't know if you remember, he said something to the effect of didn't even say something, didn't even mention whether he was happy at Chelsea or not. Just went straight to saying that no contacts from PSG. So people took it and ran with it. He left his response open to interpretation. And a lot of people interpreted as that as him not being happy and probably open to leaving Chelsea. Do you remember that interview in particular?
Yeah, I do. But he didn't say yes or no. He's neutral. So that means that's why I say it as well because I did say that. And the type of
Not a
player he
definite
is.
answer. Yeah.
Yeah. So the type of player he is, if Jackson's starting over him in the major, being in the number one, and he's not playing only in like say Conference League and just some cup games, and that continues throughout the whole season, I think then he will probably, in my opinion, I think he will ask to leave at the end of the season.
All right. Here's
That's
what we
what
have
I
on the
just know.
screen here.
And
Uh,
doesn't quite fit. If you look at it, we would fit better with a different type of striker, like I said, a more physical striker, or even someone more similar to Jackson, probably more, or someone that, like I said, in the box against low teams, a proper striker, like you know what I mean. So he's one of those in between that you don't know exactly what. He's not a striker. He's a second striker, not really attacking midfield. And we did say, someone said in the chat that Ken Duran said that he thinks that he was brought in for the cam position. No, he was not brought in for the cam position. I doubt that very much. Palmer, we wouldn't have bought a Felix if that was the case. I don't think so. I think he was for that front role, in my opinion, and I just think Jackson has just been doing better, and he hasn't lost his place yet. And can you blame the coach? No, because Jackson's been doing better. But I do want to see the coach Maresca put in the games when we're playing Bournemouth, when we're playing the really low block teams, we're going to play Ipswich, we're going to play the Southampton, all these. I do want to see Nkunku play in those games and start those games because that's how you keep a player like that happy as well. But that's what's I think is better. It's best for the team because he would do much better in those games. To me, Jackson has proved he cannot do well in those games as of yet. So yeah.
Yeah, and please, whatever is going on, whenever it's going on in the chat, I think you guys should just please calm down. And it's up to me to handle it. Valnawa, you don't have to go to the extent of whatever you're saying there. Where's this guy here?
There's no
Um,
moderator in the chat to take care of it.
yeah, nobody's in the chat taking it, and it's getting out of hand. And this guy looks like he's saying some nonsense here. He's annoying Valnawa with something
I
he
don't know
said,
why how it started, but it's weird, a bit weird.
but
But
it
anyway,
shouldn't get to that.
no, I don't know why he's being so aggressive, but just
All right, keep dropping the likes on the
it's not
chat, in the
yeah.
chat, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Please, everybody, just calm down. I don't approve of that. I don't understand what he's saying, but from what I can get that he's been too aggressive and using language. But your response is too calm down a bit. You don't have to respond to everything he said. We didn't have enough moderator in the chat to handle it. I'm busy hosting the show. But I think I can get that. Yeah, he's saying a lot of nonsense, but calm down. You know we don't take rubbish here. Okay. But let's see, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding time to join the show. Let's see what else we have here. We have would you start? This says this is who Tim Sherwood, Uncle Palmer. He's becoming world class. He's got the quality to be world class. He needs to do it on a more consistent basis. I think
What?
he will. He's been performing consistently. He will
He
get
has.
there. Yeah.
That's why he won all
Would
the
you start?
awards.
Yeah. Would you start Disasi? Would you start Disasi or Tosin tonight? Let's hear you. I will start. I think
I
both
would start
actually
both.
probably. I believe both will start. We'll
I
start
said
this game.
both as well. Yeah, I think Disasi for that right back and then right centre back position. I think he'll be suited to that. So I think they should both start. But yeah, not sure why they're saying why they can't. Why didn't they say why didn't Vince saying can they both start or one starts or the other start? Not one or the other. Again, just in context, they got to why are you making people choose one? Just
I mean, he has to. You could say introduce a conversation. Maybe I think both will start. I think you in your lineup you pick the
I had
Sassi
them
to
both
start
as
right
well.
back and Dawson starting the right centre back position, right?
Yes. So I think
All
both will
right.
start.
Vince is here. And please, we've calmed down. I've handled the guy. The guy will no longer see the comments here. I think he escalated things the way he shouldn't for something that was a joke. But he took it out of hand. Used language I don't like. I'm here now. I stop interrupting. Right, lunch break.
No, no, yeah,
Let's see what I see.
yeah.
I'd start
Tebeko is
both.
back
I
as
think
well.
both will start. Go ahead. Is Tabeo back? Did he say something?
Tebeko is back. Yeah,
Uh,
Tebeko.
uh, I've been back for a while and been listening to you and saying, "Where's the book?" I say, "Okay, let me listen to them. Let me see what they are talking about." Clearly, these guys. But overall, no VAR tonight. So, are you concerned about that, guys?
I am
Mm,
concerned. Oh, that's
I'm not.
the inbox you sent me. I am concerned, and that's because uh, we've never been lucky. We Chelsea we've never been lucky. Decisions will always go against us. Even with VAR, decisions do go against us. So I'm concerned. But Dante, let's hear you. And we're waiting
No,
for the lineup to
I'm not
come out.
concerned, coach. I think we're good. We're good now. We got a great attacking. We got great players all around. I'm not concerned about VAR not being there. I think sometimes it's better for it not to be there, to be honest. So I don't mind it at all. I think we're fine. I think we're good.
Tabeho, you brought the topic up. Are you concerned?
Nah, I'm not concerned. I agree with Dante. Our squad now can handle all the pressure. But again, I hope the referee tonight is on point. No silly mistakes, giving silly fouls or penalties. So I hope the referee is prepared for a good game, not those kind of decision that they're going to kill one of the team momentum. So hopefully, yeah, we don't get that tonight.
So you're going to do a watch along. I'm going to try as soon as I can to redirect the show to your watch along. Hopefully, I'll find time to join. It's going to be a busy day for me Yesterday, I had to take the 2 vehicles, I alone, because my wife was at work for service, and we want to get it serviced before they ship it to, the new place. Let's see what else we have to say here. Maresca, not Mourinho. So, okay, yeah, I don't want, Ken, for reasons I've explained 1,000 times, I don't want to see him at Chelsea. I don't think he suits Maresca's approach. And paying that much money to just use him in certain games and not majority of the games, he'd revolt too. I am concerned. No VAR, and we are away. I'm concerned. As I've said, even with VAR, in most cases, we don't get decisions don't go our way, even when you believe it should. Why is this slow? I'm not sure why. So we move on from that. Next thing we have here is Jamie Carragher on Reece James. Doesn't look like a captain to me. He seems very quiet and shy. You can be a captain. You can be a captain like that, but he's just not the character that you expect a club the size of Chelsea to have as a captain. I think I agree. I think he speaks more using tweets and Instagram that I see him speak on the pitch. And that brings to mind when he was busy complaining how a lot of people talk nonsense about his injuries. People were right to question. You could say him being part of the squad, actually, given how often he gets injured. And as a captain, you shouldn't be questioning those that are questioning your availability. I remember we did talk about that at length here, Dante, didn't we?
Yes,
So that tweet showed you that he
I
doesn't
did.
have
You
the
did. Yeah,
qualities
I
of a leader. But
definitely.
let's hear you.
That's when I realized.
No, he's not captain level. Captain level, right? Did we lose Dante? All right, looks like we lost him. Tabeho, you're there. What do you make of that comment from Jamie Carragher? I think he's correct, really. Tabeho, you're there? Okay, it looks like I've lost him all. Tabeho is muted. Dante is his connection. Trust the Team B. I think that, yeah, our Team B probably stronger than most starting 11 of in the Premier League. I'm concerned about that defensive issue. Yeah, lasting issue. At least Carragher is not as in as. No, he's not. But I think he spoke the truth there. Reece James, in terms of his footballing ability, is one of the best right backs in the whole world, and can actually fulfill the role of a DM effectively, and everybody knows that. So Houston, the truth remains, you need a lot from your captain, and right now you can argue we're not seeing that. And the manager was right to call him out publicly. And if he gets, he can, if, and it looks like he got an answer, because the game he played after the manager's coming, he did more than he usually does on the pitch, putting in blocks, ensuring that we won a game. Maybe the manager is trying to get into his head to become a better leader, and it's working. Jamie Carragher talks a lot of nonsense. I agree, but in this case, I think he makes a bit of sense. I'd have to agree. No Chelsea fan takes interest can in what he says. I'd say that, but truthfully, in this case, I want to agree with him, even though he talks absolute hot dung every time he opens his mouth to speak. Yes, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go along with how many likes in total do we have. My system all of a sudden is acting up, and I just do not know why. Oh, the system to my right is frozen. So, yeah, I can't do what I want to do there. Ruben Diaz links are beautiful. These owners coming to their senses. They've always, again, what has changed? They've always been with their senses. They have a plan, and they are sticking with their plans. And gradually, we're seeing you can say what they've implemented bear fruit. But yeah, I think Ruben Diaz. I think he will make our team better. But I wouldn't go to the extent of questioning whether the owners are coming to their senses. I've always believed in what they're doing. But you're every right. You do have every right to see it differently, indefinite. But nice to see you here. I hope you're doing well. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. This one here, Man United's game against Leicester City in the Carabao Cup tonight will give us a good idea how rude Van Nistelrooy will set up against Chelsea on Sunday. If we rumors are that you can say get through the deal to hire Ruben Amorim across the line before that day, and he'd be in charge. But I really don't care who's in charge. I trust my manager. I have strong belief in the team to do well. At least Maresca will have to analyze something to analyze. With what if Amorim takes over, everything changes. Again, Viega is a gem, no question. I love him. I'm one of his biggest fans. I'm more of his fans than when I became a much bigger fan of his when I learned that he loves Pop Smoke. But again, beyond that, his music, you can say, preference aside, his music genre preference aside, he's an excellent player. Or he epitomizes the term Swiss Army knife. He can play left center midfield. He can play fulfill the CDM role. He can play left center back position, left back. He's an excellent defender too, and he has good passing range in him. I know a lot of people don't give him a credit for that. I think we'll concede. And I think we'll beat them. You know what? I think we'll score a lot more today. I think we'll beat them like let's say 3-1 or 4-2. If they score twice, then we'll score up to 4. But if they score only one, we'll score up to 3. That's my prediction for the game. But we're waiting for on Sunday. Is that game on Sunday or what date? Okay, hopefully we're capable of producing such a result. I'm not going to question that. But let's see what happens on that day. It's not going to be easy. And why? Because for a while now, Man United, they've become to us what Arsenal has always been to us. They'd lose 999 games, and once it's time to play Chelsea, and it's the 1000th game, you see them put in an excellent performance and probably get a result. But hopefully that has changed under our new manager Enzo Maresca. Jackson and Madrid get to score. It's a possibility, but let's see. Anything else to analyze here? Team Sherwood Lively for me is going to be top drawer, a top class midfield player. I think he's incredible. Every time he gets the ball, he just looks to see where Cole Palmer is. Nobody questions that. Arsenal midfielder Danielson talks about incoming player in the S7 winning. Danielson is saying for me, S7 will be in 2, 3, 4 years one of the great references for Brazilian players in a big team in Europe. He knows where he wants to go and what to do on the field. Chelsea is in the process of restructuring whatever he says next. I don't want to extend that. And this guy, he's done well with Strasbourg, sister club. Strasbourg has completed 364 passes towards their penalty area in League One this season, at least 72 more than any other team. 71% of their goal kicks are from elsewhere. Played again. He's an excellent manager. Beautiful football with intent, and he's squared up against the best teams in the French league, and yeah, done well. Could have won a few, but they score a lot of goals. They concede a lot. If he can be a bit pragmatic, then probably they'd finish again in a European place. Nkunku, Modric, and Felix will start. I'm waiting for the lineup to come up before we call it a day, so we can look at the lineup before we call it a day. It hasn't come out yet. Van Noah is saying, "Big up, coach, guys. This guy always life always here, always a blue." Come on, guys, like and subscribe. Thank you so much, Van Noah. I appreciate you. Much love to you, brother. You know I love and respect you. So apologies for whatever transpired between you and the new guy who was here. Didn't respect how we operate. One of the legends, I appreciate you. Much love to you. And OG here. Thank you so much for all the love. Dante, anything else you want to talk about from all the things we've read? We're talking about, what's his name? His first name is Liam. I think he's done well. He's done well in Strasbourg, but he needs to be a bit more pragmatic, in my opinion. What do you think? Because they score a lot of goals, they concede a lot. It's like you could say a more fancy Frank Lampard, maybe.
Yeah, look, coach, they're a very, very young team. So I think they're younger than us. So they're a very young team put together basically at the start of this season, and he's just starting his first season there. So yeah, it's a bit early. He's still started very well, in my opinion. They're playing attractive football. They look very good. I know
They're
Tobago
winning
watches a
against squaring up against the big boys too.
yeah, squaring up against the bit. They're not losing, not getting smashed out of the park or like before, or losing. They're an exciting young team that like to attack a lot, and he sets up the team quite attacking to play really nice football attacking. So, and they've been doing extremely well for how young they are, how quick they were put together, and the coach just coming in this season. Yeah, he's been doing very very well, and can only get better. So yeah, I'm a big fan of him. He's a good young coach, up and coming coach, and obviously the Strasbourg. We've got a few of our boys on the Strasbourg team there as well, and probably
But
some future ones maybe as well,
yeah,
of
would you
course.
say
So
you could still say they're all our boys in uh was
basically,
Petrovic and Morella and
Santos.
Santos, yeah. But we sold Morella to them.
It's
Yeah, we
yeah,
sold him.
it's one of those, coach, that it's a sale to look good on the books, but basically we can, if we want to buy him back, we'll get him back anytime if
He's
he
been
improves
excellent
really really
for
good.
them as a wing back, and he's gone
Yeah,
two
he's
goals
playing
or
him in as a
one. I
wing
think
back, which
one.
is a bit different. But the other player that we have as well, Caleb Wiley, that we signed, the American left back, he's been out, so
Ooh,
he's
yeah.
coming back.
Has he been playing?
He's been injured, so he's coming back now. So he should be starting again probably. So he's coming back now. So we've got a few players there, but basically all the players there are our players because it's our sister club. And if any of them that become really really amazing, we know where they're going to end up going. So we'll probably get them. So yeah, now look, they're playing exciting, and like I said, Tobago watches a lot more of it. He knows more about it. I've just seen a few games, but yeah, they look really really good.
Yeah. Just one second here. The lap is nowhere near Chelsea level. What do you think about that? Tabeo, if you want to respond.
Yeah, but again, this kid is so good, bro.
Yeah,
He's
it's
so
good.
good.
I like.
Yeah, I like him also. So you can't say these players are not Chelsea level. You know what? After missing out on Samu and who's the other kid from Aston Villa, John Duran, bro. I don't want to cast out our sporting director because look at them right now. They are playing very, very, very well. Just imagine if they were at Chelsea fighting with Jackson. We should have getting a good competition, but we couldn't sign them because of our fans' opinion. But again, if Samu is due to the fact of image, right? Those kind of things. So I understand. But John Duran, I think our fan base were criticizing a lot. Even Kanakalaga didn't want to go there. So those kind of things. So if you send Dilap, I won't complain. I don't want to complain anymore because these guys know how to scout players. How scout players. I mean, so if you send Dilap, I'll be okay with it.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not instant. Even if Omar Diop scores 10 goals, 10 goals in a single game, I'm still where I am. I'm not regretting anything, honestly, and I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
there's no
change
regret.
that. And that's who I am. People can say whatever they want. Even, for instance, you see if Callum Hudson-Odoi scores 1 goal, they say, "How much did we sell him for again?" Then if he underperforms in the next game, good thing we sold him. I'm not that sort of player. I'm still happy we didn't sign Samuel Moradon, especially for how much Atletico Madrid at the time were asking. Coach, I salute you, Unabek. I salute you to Uzodima Okule here. Nice to see you. Whatever the organization do, they better bring back a Santos RC is world class. Do you think they were never interested in selling him? They've always known that he's good, and I think it was his decision to go out on loan, as he confirmed last season under X. He was the one that chose to go out on loan. But those are the man one day, Dalo, and nice to see you. I appreciate you. Thanks for the clarification. I gather that as they kept talking about it, they meant Strasbourg. Oh, okay. Stay tuned for tonight's team news at 6:45. That's in about 7 minutes time. I thank you for that. And DJ saying we should bring Petrovic back from Strasbourg in January. For me, he's better than Sanchez. A lot of people are saying that. Histon, I don't want to get into that argument. I just want to see Jorgensen start between the sticks for us. I think he's a better goalkeeper than both. But then again, that's my opinion. And I knew when we started hearing that Sanchez is going to start be the starter for Enzo Maresca, after we saw the numbers from last season that he actually did better than Petrovic. That was it for Petrovic when we signed Philip Jorgensen. He may well still come back and do well. Again, I'm not the manager. I'm just making my opinion known. Were you saying something, Tevejo? While we wait for the lineup to come, if we look at it, we'll call it a day.
Nothing here. Just want to say to Dante, you must change your McDonald's Wi-Fi, bro. You've been in and out. I don't know.
It's not
And it's
my internet. It's coach's system. It's the expensive system that is not getting the money worth.
no, you should be ashamed of your for internet connection. At least if the system is the issue, not my internet connection, I'm better off. Paul Scholes questions why Man United didn't sign Cole Palmer. I think he's brilliant. He's a big United fan as well. How did we miss him? I'm not gonna. I don't have an answer to that question. We wouldn't be 14th in the league if he'd come. A brilliant player, some talent. If he can pay us 500 million, I'm sure the owners will consider. No, but not certainly sell him. I think Cole Palmer will be at Chelsea for a while. For him to have extended, even though I'm quite sure the increase in salary isn't actually anything too much compared to how much others earn in other club. So I don't know what to make of this. Yeah, you missed him. You missed him. It's as simple as that. Dante, I don't know if you have anything to say there.
Just Paul Scholes being bitter that Man United didn't get him. That's all.
To be more,
your scouts
to use a
didn't
more
scout him.
language, that's him crying, right?
Yeah, he's crying. He's bitter. That's all it is. Just jealous and bitter that they didn't identify him as a talent. So blame your club for that. Yeah, definitely.
That's absolute hard stuff. That's a serious crying. I'm quite sure Chelsea probably it would take us some again a world record breaking fee to get Chelsea to even consider selling him. I think it would take him saying he wants to leave for Chelsea to consider. What do you think, Dante?
No, not in the near future. Like I said, in a few years, maybe even 2-3 years, if we don't qualify for the Champions League, if we're not competing or qualifying for the Champions League, we're not up there, and we're going backwards or we're stagnating, we're staying where we are, just outside or something that fifth, sixth, whatever. Then there's a big possibility that he will leave. Yes, and that goes for other players as well. But I don't see that happening. That is the only way he would leave is if we're going backwards and then we're not improving and we're not challenging or playing in the Champions League and challenging. Otherwise, there's no chance of him leaving. I mean, why would he? If we're doing that well and if we're winning, yeah, I don't see him leaving. No, and it will take. He's on a deaf contract like most of them are. It will take a very large
but that
sum of
doesn't mean
money.
he doesn't have an exit strategy. I think they can't just put pen to paper for such contract without having an exit strategy. That in case if things don't work out, he wants to leave.
One thing I do believe in the American owners that those contracts are pretty sealed shut tight on their favor. That's what I've seen, and that's how it seems it is.
But the players can make the most out of the contract also by performing to the level, because it's an incentivized contract, heavily incentivized contract. If you do well, you will enjoy it.
Again, winning titles or cups, they're going to get paid more anyway. So that's what I mean. But as in to exit, I don't think they have an exit clause there. They don't. They definitely do not. They would have never put that in there. That's not smart business. They would have never done that. Yeah, if a player wants to leave and he's complaining, say the Enzo problem. Say Enzo doesn't get picked again for the A team and he's not playing at all and he's only playing Conference League and blah blah blah, and he wants to leave at the end of the season. He's not happy, and we need to sell him. And he says he wants to leave because he's not happy. Blah blah blah. Well, then we have to find a buyer and we have to get the right amount. Whoever bids the highest, basically. Yeah, it's a long process, but I don't see them having an exit clause just to exit a contract. That doesn't happen in these contracts, coach. They're sealed shut, these contracts.
At the moment, I'd actually say the Cole Palmer is priceless. Honestly, there's no price on him.
No, there's no price. We wouldn't sell for 500 million.
The owners will not sell him. I don't think they will even consider selling him. Not at all. and I think people know that. But yeah, they can try.
Well,
It's
you
not
got to
happening.
start
Yeah,
looking at money he's going to start bringing in commercially very soon. Already is, but from now on, you ads everywhere. You're seeing
yeah.
him everywhere on post. You're seeing him in all the on advertising. He's going to start bringing a lot of revenue into for the club as well as being the marquee guy signing and the marquee player that being English. Now being English that helps 10 times more being English as well,
They,
especially
yeah,
me. So
they did tell us they were going to make him the face of the club, and they've done that already.
exactly. So he's going to get a lot of money for the club in as well. So he's going to. They don't need if someone comes in for 200 million, they don't need to take that. They just won't take it now.
Yeah. I don't know if Tabo has anything else to add there. Let's see what else we have here. DJ, you're not even back for a few minutes. You've already joined the gang of those that are against me. I don't like you anymore, bro. Sanchez is not good enough unless Jorgensen becomes a regular starter. I think we should be on the market for a goalkeeper. At least Sanchez has had a few games to raise his value. I don't think we're signing another goalkeeper. Yeah, because we signed that Belgian kid, and if you pay
Correct.
attention to his
Yep.
profile, his capabilities, that thing, we're not going to spend another money for another goalkeeper. It would take a lot for that to happen. Yep. Any club wanting Palmer 200 million plus, probably they're not going to sell him soon because Dante has explained in detail that his face is, you can say, on a lot of stuff that the club does right now. So bringing in a lot of money for the club and his English too. So even 200 million, I don't think they will consider selling him. It would take Palmer himself wanting to leave.
The lineup is out, coach.
All right, the lineup is out. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'll go there. And Petrovic was great at picking passes to me, and he had a high ceiling. I think he'll still come back. So the loan will be good for him. He's loving life in London and stated this. Yep, and extended. He had already was on a 100-year contract, and he agreed to make it 1,000-year. Maresca has made 11 changes. Whoo! This man will never cease to surprise us. So let's see the changes. We'll come back here. I hope this is updated. 46 a minute to go. The lineup should be out a minute ago. Are they not going to show the lineup here? Let me refresh this. So let's see. Did Dante miss anything? Jorgensen, the Sissi, Tosin Badi, Chile, Cucurella, Viega, for Enzo Fernandez, Dewsbury Hall, Joao Felix, and Nkunku. So where does I'm not seeing the structure here of Fort Mob. Are they even going to show the lineup here?
So he's put Joao Felix as right wing.
Who's going to play 10?
Dewsbury
It depends
Hall.
on the structure, though. Are you looking at the
Dewsbury Hall will
structure?
play his position. He's
Yeah,
finally.
no Sancho, so I don't know why he's not there. Maybe it's
Maybe
Silver
you play.
South.
I didn't pick him in my predicted lineup. I think he's going to play against Manchester United, and he will be fired that day.
No, he can play against his team, coach.
Oh,
He
he's
can't
on
play
loan.
next week. Yeah, he can't play.
We haven't signed him permanently. So is he on the bench? I'm not seeing the lineup here.
He's not even on the bench, coach.
So I'm
So I
not
don't
He's
know
sure
got
what's
why.
something
gonna.
wrong. He might have a niggle, sorry, or maybe he hasn't trained well. Who knows? Off-field stuff. We don't know. We'll wait. We'll see what the coach says.
Yeah, let's see his. You can say whether he explains his reasons for starting them. I'm not sure why the lineup isn't shown here. Where else can I find the lineup? Let me go to One Football app and check. Mob doesn't have it. Let me go to One Football app because I want to see the structure where everybody is.
I'm actually happy. We get to see Dewsbury Hall in his proper position the first time ever against for Chelsea. So I'm
Is
actually
he in the
happy
number
he's
10
playing there.
position?
Yes, well, attacking 8/10. Yes, that's where he played at Leicester.
Okay, let me try and find the lineup here. Why is this
Unless Dewsbury
Manchester?
Hall's the one that's gone left, because we have seen him. Sorry, we did see him left winger one of the games. I remember as well. So maybe that he's gone out wide. Who knows? I haven't seen the lineup yet. So, coach, waiting for you.
Okay, let me try and find it at Chelsea. Click it. I'm going to one football app. Fortmob isn't showing the lineup. Probably will take them a while. If it's not the Premier League, usually it takes some time. So Felix, Modric, and Nkunku starting. The three of them have been starting together in the, haven't they?
They have, yeah, they have. They started all the cup games basically.
So the lineup aren't available yet. Even them, they're not showing the lineup. Even Fortmob not showing the lineup yet. Where did you see the placement of players, Dante? That's what I'm looking for.
DJ sent you a message. Just check your X. DJ
Oh, it
sent you the
says
lineup.
check my. Okay, let me see. Now I'm looking for one. I'm looking for a lineup where. Let me check what DJ sent me. Where the players are placed in the positions where they start. Where's DJ here? It's not showing yet. Gosh.
It hasn't come up on mine yet, so I can't see it either.
Yeah, even Fortmob is saying they don't have the line. One football app is saying they don't have the lineup yet. Fortmob, no, they're not even placing anything to, like, they don't even have a placeholder such as a text telling you they don't have the lineup yet. Okay, there you go. DJ's they're saying. My boy has my iPad. It's gonna make it difficult for me to communicate. I had to refresh this like 3 times to start seeing seeing my screen. Yeah, Dante's nonsense connection.
So how much you
Okay,
paying for your connection as well, and the system and the connection?
my connection is good, so
That's
stop.
why you're buffering.
Just stop. My connection is excellent. I have to be honest with you. I'm just looking for where we have a structure. None of them is showing the structure. Even they're not even showing the lineup yet. Wow, this is ridiculous. They're not taking it seriously. But here's what I'm trying to open what DJ sent me. Where is it? Where do I have it? Here. It's just this one. Let's see. Let's just go to the presentation window. Maybe we need it for something. Okay, here it has Jorgensen, the Ceci, Tosenberg, Sheila Correa, Enzo Fernandez, captain, Renato Viega. It looks like it's going to be a three at the back.
No. Vegas is playing defensive mid coach.
Seriously, what structure do you think this is?
So Cucurella's left. Like I said,
Left
Cucurella's going
back?
to start. Yes, Vic, Cucurella is starting, like I said, for balance. You got Badia Shield, you got Tosin, and then you got Disasi as right back. Vega is starting as DM, and Enzo starting the 8.
Yeah, so it wouldn't
CM.
make sense to be a back for yeah.
And Enzo starting instead of the DM, Enzo starting as the CM. So which is and Dewsbury Hall. That one I can't see yet. I don't know why it's not up. That one, the front line.
I think these guys are not. Let me see. I don't have it too. These guys are not sure what they're not sure what the structure is. That's why they're not showing it with the structure. They're just showing the game like this.
Yeah, I don't know. It hasn't come up on mine either. I saw it and it's gone off. They had it on and they took it off. I didn't get to the when I got to the front line.
Who had it
It
on?
refreshed and it's gone off.
Who had it up? One football app?
No. I just go to where is it? The one in Australia is. It's they do it for routers. It's a German company.
Okay. Fortmob is just showing the players without structure. Let me go. The fifth stand app. I don't have it in this one.
But they had it up, but they
Yeah.
just took it off. When I was reading it, they took it off. They refreshed and it went off. unless there's a
The
change being
structure,
made to it. I don't know.
the structure, right?
Yeah. The structure came off. Yeah, I don't know why it just went off completely blank. I have no idea why it's gone
Yeah,
off.
DJ, thank you for the lineup. I've seen it. I had it up on the screen. It's good, Chelsea. I see. Let me see if I can see the structure. Accept all cookies. Yeah, my center.
Unless we're making a change and they took it off, and maybe we're changing it. Late change. It might be a late change or something. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm looking for the structure. That's what I'm seeing the lineup here. It's not showing anywhere. But let's see. 52 likes, not bad. We want to analyze this with the structure because it's difficult to say where, for me, maybe where each of the players start. And on the bench, I think we have Carney Chukwemeka is there. Football, they display this since independently. The mobile
Chilwell's on the
app is
bench.
showing.
Might actually get
Is he
game
on the
time in this
bench?
one. Chilwell, coach. Chilwell's on the bench for this one.
Easy, really.
And we've got our two left backs on the on the field, so he might actually get game time later on for Cucurella, maybe.
Man, what app you're using? I think you need to show me so I can start using it. They're not showing the structure. Because it'd be difficult to analyze it if the structure isn't showing.
Yeah, the structure's not up on mine
Let's
either.
see
Like I said,
my
it was, but they took it off.
yeah.
Yeah, the structure's gone
Yeah,
off. I don't know
Dante's
why.
Wi-Fi is not Wi-Fi. Yep. It is melting. Good lineup, but Enzo and KDH in the midfield is worrying. It's equivalent to Enzo and Gallagher. Huh.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. No. I
That's a
disagree.
good
But go
balance,
ahead,
Enzo
Dante,
and
if you want
Gallagher
to talk
at the
about
back.
that. Sorry?
I'm saying there's nothing wrong with Enzo and Gallagher playing in your central midfield. That was a good midfield if they'd played like that. And there's nothing wrong with Enzo and KDH. But KDH is not playing he's playing up forward. He's not playing in the midfield. It's Vega next to Enzo.
Mm.
So he's put Vega to start as DM. You've been calling for that for a while. So he's put him to starting DM. He doesn't have to invert. He's starting as the defensive midfielder.
Yeah. And I honestly don't think Chelsea will sell will sell Cole Palmer even for 150 million. So yeah, if they say they want to buy him for that much money, Chelsea will say no. The owners, I know a lot of people you can say they call them they say they are profit focused and all that. A lot of people probably think for 100 million they sell him. I don't think even for 200 million they look to sell him because there are other ways he can bring in a lot more money for the club than selling him for that amount. They will not. As I've said before, it will take him once until leave for them to decide, you know what, let's sell him. Coach, make sure you only use and not his it's not this one. And not his Wi-Fi. Wow. It's saying here I don't like I don't like Kuku there because let me know he won't play against Manchester United. And Osibo is saying, remember me, it's Oscar. Hey, Oscar, how are you doing? It's been a minute. I do remember you. Where have you been? I hope you're good. But thank you. Nice to see you. Sancho might have a minor injury. I think so. But people don't know. So Dante, is this the same structure we're saying we can make changes to come out? So you called this. KDH and this guy, you nailed it. And Enzo Fernandez.
No, I
Right?
didn't nail it because I didn't have Vega as the DM. I had Enzo as the DM coach.
Okay, let's change the placement. Who is where? Is it still 4-2-3-1?
Well, no, not really, but yeah, just leave it the way it is. That's fine. Yeah, so it's Vega with Enzo in the midfield.
Okay, and
Vega's the defensive
who's okay?
midfielder.
Sancho isn't here.
No, Sancho is not. Something's wrong. Must be wrong with him. So Dewsbury Hall is coming for Sancho.
Here.
We don't know yet. We're not sure yet. We have to wait and see. But he's coming for Sancho anyway, so he's starting.
So you think it's gonna be Renato here? right?
Renato will be the DM.
And here will be Keenan.
Yeah.
So that's the lineup.
Yeah, so I'm not sure where Keenan will be, either the Felix role or if Felix is going to move out wide and he's got the central role. So we'll have to wait and see.
You think Felix on the flanks and Keenan
I
in the
prefer
10?
Keenan in the central role, to be honest. Yeah, I would prefer Keenan, Dewsbury Hall. That's where he played his best football, and that's where he played his position for Leicester the most. That's where he got all his goals and assists. He hasn't played for us there yet, so this would be a first. Felix can drift wide. We've seen him play left wing for Barcelona, and even for us when he last season he played a bit of left wing, right wing. So he might.
At Leicester City he didn't play a lot. He didn't play all the games. He only gets. I think it depends on the structure. Whenever it's 4-2-3-1, I think he usually starts in the 10 position for them, right? At Leicester City on the Maresca,
Yeah,
to be more
coach. It's
specific.
exactly how we're playing in possession, but out of possession is different. But yeah, he played at that attacking 10 where Palmer plays now. That was his position, attacking 8.
Yeah.
We've only seen him play in the Conference League when he played, and the Cup game he played as the CM box to box 8. That's where he played, and then he did play once on the left wing. I can't remember who it was against. I think it might have been preseason. I can't remember.
hmm Here's the thing. They think it's 4-3-3.
I don't know. I don't.
They think it's 4-3-3. Even this is One Football app, and this is one football. That's One Football, and this is FOTMob. They both think it's 4-3-3. And my boy has my iPad. I can't check on
No, I doubt it, coach.
and the
Why
fifth
would we
sign.
change for Newcastle beats? I don't see that. Why we would change our structure? I don't see it.
Does it make sense here? Flanked by Enzo. Enzo and Benfica plays in similar structure on the left, I think.
You can put it out as a 4-3-3. Even our normal starting lineup, you can put it out as that, but it's not really that. It's not really that, to be honest. It's not. It's basically, as you know, it's in defense, it's different, and in attack, it's it's 3-2-4-1. In attack, it's 3-2-4-1. In defense, 4-2-3-1. So no, it's not. I doubt it'll be a 4-3-3, to be honest. I don't see why he would do that. And the players, I don't know if that really matches up to that, to be honest. So we'll wait and see. I don't know. You never know. Has Maresca surprised us before? Well, he certainly surprised us last game against Newcastle, where he put James left back and.
Yeah, interesting. Where's Cole? He was never going to start this game. The games are coming in thick and fast, and it wouldn't make sense to start him today and then play him against Manchester United on Sunday. So I never expected him to start this game. Again, we knew he wasn't going to start, so no surprises there. My opinion. So yeah, people, we're getting closer and closer to the end of the show. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat, and I'll try to answer. And if I cannot, I will let you know. We want to. I want us to round up as soon as possible. I have other things to take care of. And this is saying, so Enzo is now a beating player. No, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. Remember, even before, I think there was a time he was. He had it depends on the game plan for subsequent games. The game after this, maybe the plan is to play to start Lavia and Casado to have to ensure defensive solidity. Yeah, but if we really want to control the game, he will be on the pitch. I think it depends on the opponent, and we'll be seeing a lot of rotation. Since again the hiring of Enzo Maresca, he's been one of our best players in my opinion. But if the chances are that he's become a beating player, I don't know, but I don't believe that. He's one of our best players, and if we don't value that, he may well look to leave. Why decides he right back? Again, we knew that was going to happen. He needs to play. And it looks like he's starting to enjoy that role, really. And here's the players we have on the bench. We have Lucas Buxton, Marcus Bettinelli, Ben Chilwell, Levi Kowa, Connie Chukwemeka, Cesare Casade, Cole Palmer, Mark Gui, and Nani Madueke. We have the big guns on the bench. If need be, we can bring them more. So yeah, we have a we have a deep and strong squad, and I think we're gonna win this. I strongly believe we're gonna win this. Yeah. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? We've looked at the insights, which says Chelsea have won the previous three matches against Newcastle United. Haven't kept a clean sheet in 6 games. So yeah, definitely. Remember during the pre-game show for our Premier League against them at home, people were saying we were going to beat them 4-0, 3-0, and I and Dante, we did tell them no, there's no way we'd beat Newcastle United without conceding. And lo and behold, it happened. We beat them, but we conceded. And someone said something to the effect of the game ended in a 3-1. In 3-1, that's where I said, yeah, more like it. I think we still concede today, in my opinion. And they have Gordon. Gordon is starting. Yep. They have Willock, Isaac. Yep. Joe Linton is on the pitch. Sandro Tonelli is on the pitch. Longstaff. Yeah, a very strong squad, irrespective of who they're missing.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
think we're going to. Yeah, go ahead. I think
sorry,
we're
my
going to
battery
concede
ran out.
today. Sorry.
Yeah, they're starting quite a strong. Tonali obviously played Joelinton, Isaac. So yeah, the defenders. Yeah, they're starting quite a strong side. It's surprising that they got Arsenal as well on the weekend. So no rest for some of their players. It looks like it.
And Man City will be playing Tottenham today. I don't even know.
I
Yeah.
think
So,
Eddie Howe's job is on the line. To be honest, I think this is why he's playing a bit stronger players. I think
but do
the
you
season
blame him
start.
really? They
The
didn't. They
season has been
didn't bring
bad
in
to start.
reinforcement.
Yeah, it's been a horrible start, and I think he's under pressure. And I think if he loses this, say we beat him pretty good, I think he's in trouble. So he decided to put a bit of a mixed team up. Experience, good team with a couple of other guys, but it's still a pretty strong team for them.
Yeah, and rumors are the owners they will be scaling down foreign investments. Did you read that?
No, I haven't. No.
Yeah, it came out. I think it was yesterday. So their situation are becoming even more difficult, in my opinion. And I think that what drives that is the BRICS thing. I'm sure you're well acquainted with that. And that's, by the way, he hasn't started 2 Premier League games in a row. He definitely leaves, especially when not starting for Chelsea. Starts affecting his role in the Argentinian national team. But right now, I think it's too early. But I don't think he's out of the team. I no. I think everything comes down to the current opponent and the plan for the next game. The plan for the next game, I strongly believe the manager probably would want to have Casado and Lavia start in the midfield to ensure defensive solidity. But we do miss a lot whenever Enzo isn't playing. By the way, stronger Newcastle team. Yeah, exactly. That's the first 11. Yeah. Palmer on the bench today in case we need him. But Neto isn't on the bench. So Neto, the absence of Neto may well mean that, probably, what's his name? Sancho will start against Manchester United, so no need to even stress him to let him go get a rest. Oh, no, he cannot. Sorry, what am I saying here? Because he's on loan. We haven't purchased him, but we had the option is for a permanent purchase. Sorry about that mix up there.
Yeah, Coach Sancho is ill. He's sick.
Okay. He's ill. Okay. So Dante, anything else you want to talk about before we call it a day? While you're speaking, I'm gonna just take this call quickly.
Yep. Nope. Just with the system there, I don't know if it's a 4-3-3. I doubt it. It could be, but I doubt it. Not with the players there. I don't think it would be that way. I don't see us sitting back more, and this is more defensive, obviously. So I don't know if that's the case. I think we'll still play our normal, style, and I think Vega will probably be the DM in there. Enzo's going to get his free role again. It looks like it, even though I prefer him as the DM, basically the sitting holding midfielder. Looks like he's got the CM role again, the box to box CM role, which I don't think suits him as well. We'll see how he goes today.
Mhm.
Yeah, up front, looks like Felix is the one playing out wide, and Dewsbury Hall will be playing in that 8/10 role. It looks like it. So he's actually for the first time playing in his position that he played at Leicester. So we should see the best of him in that position. So this is his chance to shine and show everyone that. Some people in the chat earlier did they say he's not good, he's bang average, blah blah blah. We know how Bobby feels about him. So this is his chance to shine as well in his preferred position. So we'll see how he does.
And it has been a good October for him, actually.
It has, yeah. He's actually done. I think he's done well in the last couple of games. He did have a shaky start the first few games, 100%, but I think the last couple of games he's done very well when he's played. So yeah, look, it's still a good, strong lineup, and yeah, a bit surprised Newcastle's lineup. I was surprised that they went for Isaac, Joelinton especially, and Tonali as well. They all started. Hall started. So they've got 6 players there, basically half the team that started against us. They're starting again. And no, I'm not making excuses for Enzo. We're not making excuses for Enzo. We'll see how he goes. It's a long season. I am pretty confident that he will be back in that A team, and we'll just wait and see when that happens. So yeah, Vic, not making excuses for Enzo.
All right, people. Thank you so much, Dante. I appreciate you finding the time to be with me on the panel. The captain of the house, I cannot thank you enough. And thanks again to Big Old for joining. But of course, Constantine Dante. Much appreciated. I have to run. I appreciate you all. Vic, thank you for joining us. Amaya Fawale, thank you. X Gina OFS, thank you for joining us. All of you in the chat are indefinite. Jay was here. Oscar Boy, Maya, the rapper, Usatim, I appreciate you all. And if I missed your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all and cheers.
Take care, guys.
In my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la.